Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he. Jason yesterday, Chris?
I do.
Nearly applicable for me. Let's hear it. Let's just hear what live listen in to me driving here recently might have sounded a little like this at some point. I'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. I know I put Chris on the spot, but he's usually surprisingly accurate. Not all the way. Good morning, everyone. On the way in, I would like to thank. I couldn't even make the model of the car. The person that I would say put me on full alert, gave me a near heart attack. I don't know. Driving on the way in this morning, usually, well, almost 100% of the time, just a easy, smooth drive in. I don't have to take the freeway. I don't take the freeway. I could, but it doesn't really make sense. A little back road, city streets. Now it's a little bit darker at the time in the morning. It's been lighter. Anyway, nonetheless, my lights are on. I'm driving, and I'm cruising down Arden Way on my way to the beautiful Sactown Sports Studios. And I'm cruising, and I see a car coming up. I'm coming up to a street that doesn't have a light. They would have a stop sign, and of course they would need to stop. But I see a car as I'm getting closer and closer coming pretty fast from an intersection on my right that has a stop sign. I'm thinking, they don't appear to be slowing down. And I'm definitely not a horn guy. I do not like to honk the horn unless it's absolutely to the point where this is one thing. I don't get too agitated with my wife. She will reach over sometimes and wants to honk the horn. And I'm like, okay, we don't need to do that. So I'm driving. I see this car. I see it early enough, but to the point where I'm like, there's no way they're going through this. And sure enough, darts in front of me and turns left right in front of me. Now, it's to the point where I have to honk. I mean, it's really close. But I owe that car a huge thank you. A huge thank you. Because that got me 100% on my senses and my alertness. Because there was a follow-up right behind him that I'm slammed my brakes, laid on the horn. Now I'm Kyle Shanahan. My phone's on the center console. It goes flying into the, what is that? Where the gas and brakes are down by my feet. My backpack's just sitting in the front seat next to me. It goes shooting into the bottom well there, and I can hear cords and stuff falling out and just and kind of to the point where I'm like, we're going to hit. It's a crash. It's definitely crashing. No crash. I made it.
Were you in the middle of a chase?
I don't know. I mean, the first guy, I'm really glad I saw the first guy, honestly, because I'm like, what is he? What? Second guy, all brakes, hit the horn, kind of to the point where once I came to a full stop, they just zoom right through. And I could smell the tires. And I went, oh my gosh. Picking up stuff off the floor, and luckily nobody was behind me. So good morning. That was fun. Are you a horn guy, Chris?
No.
Yeah. It would take a lot. I've got the most patience, I don't know, in the world, but I've got a lot of patience. So if I'm behind Chris at a stoplight, light's green, I'm like, what's this idiot doing? It's like,
you see, but I do that's the move I do is the
beep. Got to make sure it's very hey, excuse me, the light is up there.
I really wouldn't feel comfortable hitting the horn in my neighborhood.
I mean, this was a reaction horn for me. Definitely not a guy that lays on the horn. Let's see. Defensive driving 101 from Campeo. Is that me? Maybe. J. Ross was a race car driver. I was following the legal limits. Hands were at 10 and 2. Yeah. That was close. Have you've been in an accident, haven't you?
Yeah.
How many? Oh, he's counting.
That I was involved in or that I was in?
Oh, I see. Well, let's start with the ones you were driving for.
2.
And how many? Is there a lot more you're riding as a passenger?
I know that there was one. Yeah, so I guess 3 combined.
Okay. I remember I was in one in high school. I was a passenger. And we got hit pretty hard. Everything was fine, the officers and stuff like that once everybody came to report on it. And
I forgot about the last one, 4.
Uh-oh. But what I remember about that accident was I was in the back seat, fine. No damage to the other person. Cars were pretty banged up. And the police officer's like, hey, I'm 16, 17, 18, and that time you feel invincible. And he's like, hey, I want you guys to take it easy the rest of the day. You're going to be pretty sore. I'm like, okay, whatever. I play football. I play basketball. I play baseball. You don't know sore. And sure enough, the next morning, oh my gosh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there was a tense, the impact causing tension before that, or everything tightening up. I don't know, but he was right. I was like, man, I feel really sore today. This one near crash today reminded me of, I think, the only one I've been in as a driver. And that one was, who was the comedian? It was deadpan, very dry. Oh, Stephen Wright. Stephen Wright would say, Chris, you know Stephen Wright? I don't even know if he's done stuff in a long time. Yeah, very, very dry. I think he's still
He was the guy on the couch in Half Baked.
Okay. Of course. Very dry and very one-liner type jokes. But I remember from him years ago, maybe in the 80s, he was doing stand-up and he said, stats say that most accidents occur within 5 miles of your house. So I moved. That was always his joke. So the only other accident that I can remember that I was in driving was literally the stoplight from my house. I was going to play basketball and a little pickup, and I'm driving through the light, and this is at Watt and Fair Oaks, so very close to my house. And a car just ran the light and turned left into me. And it was 100% their fault. And they were like, I don't even know what I was doing. I lost track. I don't know. They just completely sideswiped me. So that's the only one I know of. This one was a close call. But it definitely raises your awareness. So you've been in 4 total accidents?
Yeah.
Okay. Note to self. Stay out of the car with Chris.
Well, I'm trying to see. 3 were just people rear-ending me.
Okay. Texting or doing something else. Not paying attention, or did you slam on the brakes fast?
No.
Okay. So
one was I was just at 2 of them. I was just at a stoplight.
Okay. And just whoop. Okay, that's good. What was the other one, or the other 2?
One was I got hit in the side by a van
down by the river.
And what was the other one? Well, a couple. Now that I'm thinking about a couple of them, I wasn't even in my car. It was just there was this guy on a bicycle that just ran right into my, totally messed up the side of my car.
Oh, jeez. Well, I guess let that be a public service. Drive carefully. Be smart. Be attentive. Honestly, we've all been guilty of it. Try to stay off your phone, please. I try not to. I think I do a pretty good job of it, but all it takes is one time. I was not on my phone, which was good. just driving, paying attention to the road. Did happen to see, I feel like I'm pretty alert, feel like I'm a pretty good driver, but you just never know. So close call today, but thankfully all is good, and we're ready here for a Friday show. Sans Dave. Dave is making the flight, or made the flight. I don't even know when he was leaving, but obviously enough time to miss the show.
Like from London.
He's taking Mason, second class Mason, business class Dave. He never texted us if he got an upgrade for Mason. I think he might have just told us that. I don't think he was really attempting to do that.
You don't think so?
Do you?
I think he reached out to them just like, hey, is there something we can work out?
Okay, let me know, because I'm going to go shower and eat all the food in the lounge. But let me know how my son is doing when I get out. Now, Dave will be back with us on Monday. But you can reach us at 916-339-1140 on the text line. Phone line, 1-800-920-1140 as well, or 916-339-1140. We already got a lot of you on the chat saying hello. Thank you to our regulars that are here. We got Kim Peo, Dwayne Baker, Peg Junk. Dave always calls it Tortilla Jackson. I like that. Yeah, so thank you for being here. People already commenting about driving. Dwayne, I used to drive a big rig for the public utility company, and when making a right turn, don't cut to the inside of the trucks. They will go wide on that turn. Yeah, it's true. Be careful of trucks. They're bigger than you. You'll lose that one. You will definitely lose that one. So be careful out there on this Friday, July 31st. Chris, can you believe it? It's
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's almost August. And when it's almost August, it's almost September. And then we're here. Then we're here to Christmas. Though I did see, and I know people complain about it. I don't necessarily complain about it, but I did an out loud chuckle, I guess. Just be like, ha, one of those. I was at going to the grocery store the other day, and inside the center that I shop a lot was the first of what will pop up to be many Spirit Halloweens.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I go, well, it's end of August. People are like, what? Well, it's not that far away. I think this feels like it's way too early to get a costume. Like, I don't know if there's a rush. Is there a sale at the beginning? I think I've been into a Spirit maybe once. I don't even know. I think we were looking for something very specific for a costume for my son. But other than that, I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time in those, but maybe. Obviously, they do well. People keep opening them. But yeah, we're at July 31st. In the same center yesterday. That's right. It was right after that. I was going back to my car, put the groceries away, and a car is coming down the aisle and like pulled
in the grocery store?
In the parking lot. Yeah, just outside the grocery store in the parking lot, slowing down to a point where like, okay, I feel like this. Do I know this person? I'm looking at the car. I can't quite tell. There's like a sun reflection off the front windshield. And then they pull up right next to me and roll down the window and just kind of point. And they're pointing to the inside of the car, but it's the radio, and they turn the radio up, and I hear Whitey. I don't hear Alan. I hear Whitey. And so I'm like, hey. And it's a guy I've run into before there that's, I would say, definitely a P1, a regular listener. Haven't seen him in a while. And I go, hey, Drive Guys. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? I said, oh, not much. How are you? And he goes, I listened a little bit this morning. And I said, oh, no. What were we talking about? Probably some gibberish. And he said, oh, it was Dave fiddling around with his password. And I go, oh, for like 3 minutes. I go, were you the one that texted that? He goes, no. I don't text it. I talk on the YouTube. I said, okay. So you never know. You never know who's going to be listening at what time. It's kind of like when I like when people say they hear rewind. I'm like, okay, good. You're hearing some fun stuff there. But you just don't know what people are going to listen to, what they're going to grab onto. And he was listening to Dave work his password, but he got it. He did it. I was so proud of him. And the best part about it, Chris, he's left it open for us. It's here for me. I can see all your texts if you'd like to text in at 916-339-1140. So you know what I say to Dave? Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Dave will be remote Dave next week, but with us. And was there a place or something you suggested him to eat there that he still hasn't done?
Yes.
Okay. You think he's going to do it this time?
No. Because he didn't even ask me.
Oh. And he forgot. He definitely would have.
But here's the thing: is I told him about the place. I wasn't even the first one to suggest it. He said that there's a bunch of people where he works with. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's a great place to eat. You should try it sometime."
And he still hasn't done it.
Nope.
Okay. Sounds about right for Dave. And one last thing before we try this.
Who will eat there first, him or me?
When are you going? 2027?
2027.
I'm going to say you. I don't know how many more.
And we know he'll have at least a couple more trips. He'll probably have, even if I were to go in 2027, it'd probably be later in 2027. So he'll probably even go.
I think he's got at least one more in 2026, right? Because we're now July, August. Yeah, I bet he has one in the October time. Then probably February or March. And then around this. Yeah. Yep. I think it's going to be you, which is crazy. By the way, shout out to Chris, who did a mini prank to me today. Not really that big of one, but a mini one just because you couldn't resist. I got here, and Chris was actually walking out to his car, which is rare. I never see you outside in the morning like that. And when I got to your car, you said, I can't believe we had talked at the end of the show yesterday.
It's been a rough week for Kayla.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, can someone get donuts tomorrow?
And then I was like, I'll do it. But then when you said, I'll get them, and I'm like, well, those are the preferred donuts because I know where you get your donuts from, which is where?
Marie's.
Yeah.
And look at the box there. It's got Marie's donuts and everything.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, you know what? Let's take a look for the viewing audience. I don't ever recognize this box before.
Yeah, it's very new.
Yeah. Is that Marie?
No, that's not Marie.
Okay. But beautiful. Down off Freeport. They got information. Marie's Donuts hasn't even been, to my knowledge, opened yet, besides them putting the donuts in. So when
Tell him Chris Rod sent you.
when Kayla gets here, she'll be excited about that. But when I saw you outside, you're like, the one thing I forgot today. And I said, oh, man, really? And I knew right away. I'm like, you didn't get donuts? You're like, no. And I said, well, we could get them. Do they deliver? You know, I was thinking, all right, look into it. Let me know. We'll see if they can send them. And then I walk in studio, and they're sitting right here. Chris always gets you. Good one. But thank you for
See, that's
donuts.
better than me saying, hey, I got them. And then when you show up, I'm like, I didn't get any.
Yeah, I don't think you'd do that. Oh, you would do that, but I don't think you want to do that. You don't mess around with Marie's Donuts.
No.
We have prioritize. All right, we got a lot to get to today. Yesterday, we mentioned that Sam Amick was going to come on for his final time. Well, he is.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
At least final time till probably October. We'll give Sam some much-needed time off. He's scheduled to join us at 8. We've got a lot of different topics for you today, covering basketball, baseball, football, Friday Fun and Games. All these things are coming your way. But let's try leading off.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Okay, before we get to cut number 1, we've talked about this before. Dave has trouble getting to leading off. If anybody can remember the date of the last time we did leading off, we'll give you a prize that I'm making up on the spot. The point is, you can't. We can't. So Chris always puts something in leading off just in case Dave goes. So I found the last time, which was yesterday, I guess. Maybe you didn't even do it the last couple days.
No, because he hasn't put anything in there.
He hasn't even put it on the list. Usually he puts something on the list, but we never get to it. So the last time, this was probably about a week ago, maybe. And this would have been the leading off, the last time that we were supposed to do it with Dave. So we'll get to our leading off in a moment. But this one is, and I don't even know what these clips are going to be, so Chris, are these safe?
Yes.
Okay. The first one is labeled LeBron. So maybe LeBron was either,
I think it was the trade.
or when he went to Philly, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's how long ago it was.
He's made his decision to go to Philadelphia to play for the Sixers. So this is leading off number 1.
Yeah, when I was 7, I French kissed my father.
Why didn't Dave play that? Why did he not play that? Let's get to cut number 2, which reads Red Sox win. So maybe that's earlier this week.
I think it's
over
Red
the
Sox
A's.
A's, yeah.
All right, so it's not that long ago. It's just earlier this week. Oh boy, labeled Red Sox win.
Why is this hard? 33911.
Okay. And then leading off 3 from, I'm going to say Monday or Tuesday of this week, is labeled Kings.
I just blew the whole thingy-dingy.
Okay. By popular demand, leading off number 1 again.
Yeah, you know, when I was 7, I French kissed my father.
Completely in context. All right. That was worth it, Chris. Thank you. How about today's leading off number 1?
Rock and a throw out left, wide open. Deebo Samuel makes the catch, and now speeding down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! San Francisco!
First touchdown receiving of the year for Deebo.
He's back. Deebo is back on a 1-year deal with the 49ers. We're going to get into that a little bit later in the show. Just great to hear Greg Papa there, Tim Ryan as well. Football is almost here. Yeah, good move. I think a smart move, but we'll lay into that a little bit more as the show continues. By the way, where's this Peg Junks asking, can J. Ross beat Dave's donut hole challenge? No. I don't want to. I don't want to. Can I? No. Nope. I told the story before, and of being a judge in our family reunions dessert competition. So excited. That's a position I was made for. And then there was like 49 entries. I went, oh, it's too much. It was just too much. And so then this year was not asked. I don't think I followed up on this story. Was not asked to do it this year, which was totally fine. Chris, there was like 11 entries. I'm like, I could have done that. And they all look good. They look good too.
Damn.
All right, cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
Baseball stuff! Baseball stuff!
Yes, the baseball trade deadline this weekend. Well, it's Monday. And I don't know if you saw here recently, Tarek Skubal, who's probably, the prime trade candidate. I don't know if Detroit's going to do it. If I'm them, I would not. But Detroit, when he pitched there last, yesterday, the day before, whatever it was, gave him a standing ovation, gave him a lot of acknowledgement, wanted to know that, look, we love you. We hope you don't get traded, but if you do, here's like our homage and hat tip and respect, all that stuff. So he is one of the prizes, but that's not always how it goes. If he went, it's going to be a big name on a big deal. Like some people are talking about, like, could the Brewers do it, which would be huge for them. But that's the name everyone will watch, but sometimes it's the subtle move. It's the move that, man, getting that backup shortstop or that extra catcher, bullpen help really propelled Team X. That's the fun part about the deadline and to see who moves. The Giants and A's should both be sellers. A's careful sellers, though. I like Giants could trade everybody. I don't think they should have anybody off limits, more so on the age element of their team. I probably wouldn't deal Logan Webb. I probably wouldn't deal, a few of the guys. But if they're going to have takers and it can help retool that team, that's what they need to do. As far as the A's go, I was really hoping they'd be a little closer because I think they could have been buyers and really helped their team. But their collapse here of 5-26 or something in their last 31 games has derailed them and taken them all out of playoff contention. Now injuries. But don't move Langoliers. Don't move some of your, young core talent. If it's a Lawrence Butler, if it's Severino, those kind of guys can be moved. Some of the bullpen guys, if anybody wants them, could be moved. Jeff McNeil could be moved, but not the Jacob Wilsons, Kurtz, Langoliers. Like that's the core you're trying to build with that you've signed. If Rooker was healthy, maybe that was a guy that could help another team. But if I'm the A's, careful sellers, Giants, sell them all. All right, cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
Are you ready for the football? Yes, we're ready for the football.
SNL?
Correct.
Yeah, I hear Will Ferrell in there. I can hear his tone. I can hear it. Yes, today is the last day of July. Tomorrow, the first day of August. Funny how that works. This is the last month without NFL action or college football until February, all the way through till February. How about that? How about that? We're going to get into some of that. We are going to get a little more details in the Major League Baseball trade deadline. The Clippers and Kawhi probe could go into 2027. What's going on with that? We've got a lot to get to. We'll wrap it up with Friday Fun and Games. We're going to have a good old show for you. Jason Ross, Christopher Laud on this Friday, right here on Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Carmichael Dave here. So proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners and the community, yeah, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools. Ew. They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
People have been asking how many donut holes, in fact, did Dave eat? I don't. What was it during the interview? Wasn't it like 19?
During the interview, I think it was 11.
Oh, 11. Are you sure?
Yeah.
It was just during an interview while he was doing the interview as well. So let's keep that in mind. Like, oh, during an interview, that's fine. No, he was on air with me, with Greg Papa. And if you haven't seen that award-winning video, you should do yourself a favor and check it out. I think still the highlight of that one, the two highlights, are when he pulled out the one donut hole that had a hanger on, and it was two, and he kind of looked at the camera like, yeah, and ate both. That was great. And then I think when we figured out later, like the only reason he stopped is because he would chase it with water or coffee. And I think he was out of coffee, and then he got out of water. Otherwise, he would have kept going.
Well, the great one was him putting the bag away, like, okay, I'm done. And then going back and grabbing one more.
One more for show and for taste. Some are asking, when they throw in extra donut holes, Ron, without charging extra, that's great customer service. Some places do that. Now, Marie's, it's just you're there for the donuts. The actual do that. I'm sure they do donut holes. You didn't?
Yeah, they do.
Chris goes for the real donut, whole thing. And do you pick the 12 that you get?
Yes.
Okay. I think you do a great. I think you do a great job.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I've never. This is a fact. I have never once opened a box of donuts that Chris has brought here and gone, or like, Now, others have brought donuts here. I went,
Alan.
Either the style or brand of donut, or then certainly the selection.
Alan. Oh, I know what everyone wants. Just plain glazed.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with, but you can't do that only. So you have to go variety. And Chris does a good job on the variety because you know what happens? They're all gone.
And then I hear something I'm just like, oh, I like this one. I like that one. And I try to remember
you just
it.
Pay attention. Now,
I think that's a Jason Ross-centric
what's that?
Selection of donuts.
This one?
Yeah.
Describe it.
A couple maple bars,
Perfect.
a couple glazed twists.
Perfect. That's what I'm going to go for. But then there's usually probably something with sprinkles.
Yep.
Probably an old-fashioned maybe somewhere in there.
Got 4 buttermilk bars.
What are they?
Buttermilk bars.
Buttermilk.
And the greatest donut on the history of Earth is Marie's maple buttermilk bar.
That's in there, or did you eat it already?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't had it yet?
Not yet.
I
guess
one?
I better grab it now.
Is there one?
There's 2.
Okay, you'll be good. Who do you think will take the other one?
I don't know.
The other thing is we're picking on Dave while he's not here. He also has a knack for...
Oh, this is the thing that, annoys me the most.
Me too. This one bothers me. And it's like he's brought in food. We've brought in food. And he could be angry. He could be not. Maybe has had a donut and then has the start of a second one. And the show's over and then just throw it away.
I seen him grab one, take a bite out of it, and then throw it away. What are you doing?
I don't get it.
That's something you learn in business class.
Yes. Or stuff, we've ordered those breakfast sandwiches or whatever, brought stuff in, homemade stuff. And it's like, yeah, just throw it out. I'm like, wait, why'd you even start that? There are hungry people all over. Yeah. Anyway.
Just take a knife and cut off a piece.
Yeah, just a little part of it and then go on your way. Chris, is the Marie's you go to connected to the Marie's on Watt Avenue in North Highlands?
No.
Yeah, this is a separate one. I don't believe that's a chain. I think yours is just its own standalone in off Freeport, South Sacramento.
No, that's not South Sacramento.
Where is
That's more Land Park area.
Freeport? That part of it?
Yeah.
Where's the line get divided?
I don't know. It's definitely not South Sac.
Okay. You don't want
I live in northern South Sac.
Okay. And where is this? Southern Land Park?
Yeah, I don't even know if it's considered land. I would say Curtis Park, maybe closer to Curtis Park.
Okay. Anyway, Marie's Donuts. How about that? This weekend, or Monday, will be officially, August 3rd, will be the Major League Baseball trade deadline. And when you think about the deadline, baseball's deadline's good. It's not as good. I would say the NBA is the best one because you'll usually get high-profile names that trade teams. And we've had, there was a couple years ago, I remember when Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Luka, De'Aaron Fox a couple years ago too. There was some 2 or 3 years in a row where you're going, man, these are superstars changing teams. Baseball has had it done. If you go back to CC Sabathia leaving the Indians to go to the Brewers. You had Randy Johnson joining the Astros. You had Manny Ramirez, the guy I couldn't remember, for the Boston Red Sox. Manny Ramirez going to, or for the Indians at that time, Manny Ramirez going to the Dodgers, leaving the Boston Red Sox. What was it a few years ago? And I'm saying a few now. It's probably a lot more than I recall. But when I believe the Padres, there was like reports the Padres are going to land Max Scherzer. And then all of a sudden it switched where the report came. The Dodgers have just landed Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. It's like, what the heck? I mean, so baseball deadline can give you some big names on the move. You got to believe the Yankees will be aggressive. I still think the Dodgers will be aggressive. Tarek Skubal, as we mentioned, is the prize piece if anybody goes. And then you look at, the other opportunities you have to try to restructure your team. And I don't know the answer to this one with what seems to be the impending work stoppage, lockout, however you want to phrase it for baseball. Will that mean there'll be more moves or teams less willing to make the moves? I just don't know. I don't know if that creates more of a business opportunity for teams to be like, we're going to go for it now and maximize our opportunities, or, go in the reserve and just like, hey, we're going to hang on here because we may be losing money in a few months. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, it would just be speculation at this point. But that'll be something to watch come Monday if some moves. And, sometimes it's like who breaks first? Who does the first move? If someone does something of significance, does that cause the Phillies, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Brewers, all these NL teams, the Braves that are fighting to knock off the Dodgers? And in the AL, if the Yankees do it, does that get the Rays going? Does that get the White Sox going? So on and so forth. Will the Red Sox try to stay aggressive and keep this thing going that they had all of a sudden turn around their season? It looked like they were definitely going to be sellers. So I think it'll be something to watch over the weekend and certainly into Monday, whether or not teams go that aggressive route and say, look, we got to change our overall outlook here as soon as possible, knowing that baseball could go into a stoppage, or, hey, we're going to hold on tight and kind of hang on here and see what we can do for the rest of the season and protect ourselves going into what is supposed to be a lockout. And if you look at the standings too, like I said, in the American League, Tampa and the Yankees would be probably the most aggressive in the East. In the Central, the Twins, Guardians, White Sox, all within range. And the Tigers are 7 below 500 with one of the best pitchers in baseball. So that's why people are talking about Tarek Skubal. The West is still open with the Rangers just one game above 500. The Astros a half game back. The Mariners have been disappointing. They're 4 below 500, and they're 2.5 back. And then we get to the A's that are 10 back. NL, is there going to be that separation? Can the Braves and Brewers or Cubs, Phillies really take out the Dodgers? I think the NL has a better chance in their playoff run than the AL, honestly, and they get to the World Series. Though, Toronto really should have beat the Dodgers last year in that World Series. Dodgers are loaded. Do they get even more? They still have a great farm system. That's the thing. That has been they spend the money, but it's been a well-run organization for a while. So something to watch this weekend and certainly into Monday, the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Another thing to watch is this situation with the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard. That probe now they're talking about could go into 2027. Remember, the league was kind of making a statement early on. We're going to put this trade on hold until we get into more details of what's going on. We'll try to discuss that. Also, where are some of these other guys going to go? Westbrook, DeRozan, Clay, Kuminga. There's a lot of guys still out there that haven't been addressed yet. We'll try to tackle some of that and more as we continue here on Sactown Sports.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports to keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after 4162 dealer discount and 11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th net savings, sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
How would you like to finally lose all those unwanted pounds quickly without spending thousands on painful injections or prescriptions? Hi, it's Donna Simpson, health and wellness expert. You probably know someone that is using Ozempic, the hottest diet craze in the country. Everyone knows about this prescription injection. Celebs use it to look their best. The problem is most of us can't afford Ozempic, and these injections can be so uncomfortable. Now you can lose the weight just as easily, but with no needles, no expensive prices, no side effects, and no worries. You need to try Lozempic, a new miracle weight loss breakthrough that performs so well it's been called nature's Ozempic. Lozempic is an easy-to-take diet pill now available without a prescription, being used by thousands to get rid of those unwanted pounds. So call now and find out how to get a free bottle.
To find out how to get your free bottle of Lozempic, call 800-631-7101, 800-631-7101. Free bottles are limited, so call 800-631-7101. That's 800-631-7101.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
All right, Jason Ross, Christopher Ladd. Sam Amick joining us at 8 o'clock. We're going to get into maybe more of this Kawhi Leonard probe and LeBron's decision, some of the offseason moves, all of that with Sam. We've missed him the last couple of weeks. He will join us at 8. Before we get into that Kawhi, a few thoughts on that. I did want to wrap up one thing on the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Jeff Passan, who's covered the baseball for a long time, and shared his thoughts. Here, I just want you to hear this cut from him talking about Tarik Skubal.
Yeah, Tarik Skubal is going to be traded. The Tigers haven't gone to teams that are interested in him and said as much at this point, but the expectation is that's going to happen within the next day or two. And
all right, so there's the big fish. If that does happen, who gets them? What's the price? Is Detroit happy with that outlook? He believes it's going to happen, so we'll be on the look-see for that. As we talk though about this Clipper situation and Raptor situation, it's getting more and more interesting in many, many ways because apparently there are reports now that this probe is going to go into 2027. Now, that brings up several red flags on, okay, is there more to this Clippers situation? They have continued to adamantly deny their wrongdoings or any wrongdoings in any of this. We know, I think it was in the middle of this month, that the commissioner had said, we're going to put this trade on hold while we continue to investigate. The odd thing was even being in Las Vegas at the Summer League to watch the Kings play. The first Summer League game was against the Clippers. And sitting across from the Clippers bench, there's Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, the guys that were involved in that trade from the Raptors. So, they're under the assumption that they're going to be Clippers. Kawhi Leonard obviously is under the assumption and more than happy to be joining the Toronto Raptors while the league continues to look into this probe with the Clippers and probe into it and figure out what else they can glean on their studies. Now, when you read more about this, apparently both the Clippers and Raptors are more than comfortable with going forward with the trade, and it's really more of an asterisk on the on the Raptors, because if any of the punishment is involved with Kawhi Leonard or anything happens to him where his contract gets voided for some reason or he has to serve any kind of suspension time, these are all ifs, the Raptors would take that on. Now, that doesn't seem fair, but they're ones that were willing to make the trade, and they were the ones that are willing to take this on. That's according to reports. So it begs the question, what really is the league going to do? Why is it taking so long? That's the thing I don't understand. I know you have to do your due diligence, but I don't even remember the timeline of when Pablo Torre first brought this up. It's been a while. It wasn't before the season, was it? It was during the season for sure at some point when it was getting more and more attention. But it's been out there for a long time. And you got to believe the league was doing its then due diligence, or at that time were they trying to just sweep it under the rug? But nonetheless, it's still top of mind, certainly in LA and Toronto.
September.
So it was in the offseason. It's almost been a year. And if they're saying it could continue into 2027, that's crazy.
Yeah, I want to say it was right before their media day.
And was it also with the same time Chauncey Billups, all of it was kind of in the same general area of the Chauncey Billups. I can tell you. Yeah, you're right, Chris. I had just gone to the broadcast meetings, and I don't think it had happened yet, or it was right around then. And the broadcast meetings are usually September 10th, 15th, somewhere in there. So it wasn't, I think it was shortly thereafter was the Chauncey Billups scandal, the gambling, Terry Rozier, all that stuff, and Kawhi, all of that at one time. But for this to linger and go on potentially into 2027, sure, maybe the trade that both sides and maybe the league will go, yeah, we're gonna allow this, knowing that there still could be future penalties to the Clippers, future penalties to the Raptors in the case of Kawhi Leonard. This is a terrible look for the league. I'd mentioned the other day how great of a summer the NBA had. And by that, I mean, look, you get the Knicks winning the title. So you get a team that's in your basketball mecca where the league offices are. And it's been 50-plus years. They won a great final. I mean, the finals was very entertaining. All the games were the same, but they were entertaining. The Spurs blew double-digit leads. You have your next face of the NBA as the opposing team in Victor Wembanyama in the finals. You have what, by all accounts, is a very good draft. Now, okay, that's what's being labeled now. We'll wait and see, and maybe that'll hold up. But there's an excitement to a lot of that. And then just a wild summer of free agency trades or free agency signings and NBA trades. To have LeBron pick Philadelphia, to have Jaylen Brown traded from Boston to Philly, Giannis leaving Milwaukee to go to Miami. You have Miami even having a fight with Bam and Tyler Hero, now an ex-teammate. You have LaMelo Ball going to Minnesota, Ja Morant going to Portland on a new lease on life. I mean, as many good things as the NBA has, there's some things here like this Clipper situation, this Kawhi situation, the Portland situation are also holding him down as well. So I don't know where the league and the, those that are investigating this, why it's taking so long and where this will ultimately go. We'll get into some of this with Sam. But it just feels like there needs to be some sort of confirmed resolution on the 2026-2027 season for both the organizations. And if it ends up getting to that point that I just said where it's like, yeah, we'll allow the trade to go through. Kawhi will be a Raptor. The Clippers, you get your players, Ingram and Grady Dick, the future picks. But also be aware, Clippers, you could have penalties coming your way financially or some other way. And Kawhi Leonard, same thing. You may have to miss time. You may have your contract voided. You may have a slap on the wrist. I don't know where this will end up, but something has to be resolved by the league. So that part is weird. I think all of this, too, I don't think any of this has affected kind of the best of the remaining free agents, but I think LeBron did. So I think while everybody was waiting for LeBron's decision, it was putting a hold on the rest of the NBA free agents because we have the immediacy of the people that were signed right away. And now you still have, well, the Jalen Duren situation, if you look at the best remaining free agents, that's, just kind of figuring out the financials with Detroit, we believe. DeMar DeRozan still waiting to be signed. Bradley Beal, James Harden, I think that'll get finalized. But there's a few guys out there that can still find a home and that are waiting. And I think DeMar is still at that point where he's going to help a lot of teams and could help a lot of teams. Miami's been talked about a lot. Miami's been talked about with him and Russell Westbrook, a couple of former Kings. So I think while the NBA has probably in this situation more things going for it, you've got this thing with one of your high-profile players, potentially one of your wealthiest owners here in LA with Ballmer. It's a bad look for the league, but really, what is it? It just feels like this is a mystery story in a sense. That we've heard what the framework is about this no-show job, paying him, kind of funneling it through a different way. All of it feels very illegal. But what's true? What is happening? What can the league prove? And how is it that Pablo Torre was the one getting all this information? Doing a great job, by the way.
Yeah, well, the weird thing was the story was that Uncle Dennis asked for these types of things from Toronto, and they're like, no, that's against the rules.
Yeah.
And then went to the NBA and said, like, hey, just to let you know, this is what they are asking for.
And then now Toronto's back involved.
Yeah. But then that's exactly what happened with the Clippers. Are just went like, okay, yeah, we'll give that to you.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Right. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation that is yet to this date have any kind of resolution. I mean, we just haven't seen it yet. All right, first hour complete. Coming up in hour number 2, we will go around the NFL. Baker Mayfield feels disrespected. We got some new college football coaches in new places that we'll discuss. But up next, we have 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for madness, including a return of Deebo Samuel, and another collectible goes for a major, major rate. We'll let you know what that is, and those questions coming your way next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-934-1870 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-934-1870. That's 800-934-1870. What do you have to lose? Call 800-934-1870. Again, 800-934-1870.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, 1 hour from now, the great Sam Amick from The Athletic will join us. It's been a while since we talked to Sam, so we look
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
We'll see if he's doing that. He's going to join us. He was on a European vacation, so good for him to be back. And joining us today, we got a lot of basketball to discuss with Sam. Plenty of NFL conversation coming up, still more baseball. We got Friday Fun and Games. We got an anniversary coming up, too, for Golden One Center. 10 years old. Looking good. We'll talk about that as well, but you can hit us up on the text line at 339-1140. Phone lines, same number, or 1-800-920-1140. And those of you in our chat, thank you for being there. Hit that thumbs up button while you're there. We appreciate that. And continue to chime away over there. We really, really do appreciate it. But, Chris, let's get to question number 1.
Another Shohei card sold yesterday, this time for $11 million. Don't you collect cards?
I do.
What is your most valuable card?
Well, I was the one that sold that Shohei Ohtani card.
So it's not your most valuable card?
Not anymore. Did you ever collect cards, by the way?
Yeah, as a kid.
Are they gone?
Yeah. I didn't have anything special.
How do you know?
I think like the one I had was like Deion Sanders Reds card.
Okay. That you felt good about that one. Let me see. This was a 1-of-1 Shohei Ohtani dual gold Logo Man autograph card had surfaced in Boca Raton, Florida. The card was pulled from a hobby box of Topps Chrome Baseball by a collector at his local card shop. He found the 1-of-1 and then turned and sold it for, I think, around $11 million. Well, if you were said person, are you selling that for $11 million?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I have. Who are the people buying these cards?
That's the thing I wonder. I mean, I have cards. I honestly,
because like immediately when they pull them, like, oh my God, this is like a $7 million card. And it's like, well, if someone pays, who's coming up with that price?
Right. I mean, the 1-of-1 I get, and I see the card. I mean, it looks great. Why is that worth $1 million? Because there's one, and he signed it twice, both by the double logo, gold logo. I mean, it looks great, but yeah, what makes that $11 million and your Deion Sanders Reds card, 85 cents?
Here's the thing that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, because this has been happening in the art world for a while. This is a way for rich people to
show off their wealth.
No, it's more of a tax situation.
Oh, yeah.
To where you're, quote, losing money on these things. But in reality, it's just because like these paintings that you'll see that like sell for like $90 million, but you find out it's part of this tax scheme.
Yeah, you put it to your business and it's tax write-off and whatever. But then now you have a talking piece. You're like, oh, I bought this in Paris and blah, blah, blah. And it was painted in 1864 and it's worth this amount of money. Yeah, I don't know the first question. I don't know what my most expensive card is. I really don't. I was getting back into cards during COVID because it had been a long, long time. And I'm probably like Chris was, and most of you, that if you ever did collect cards, I started when I was a kid. My brothers collected cards, and I think I ended up getting their collection. So I have older cards. I probably collected the most in the mid to late 80s, which I know is kind of deemed the junk wax period, that like there was just such a huge amount of supply of cards. So those value of cards aren't worth much. I would say in my time growing up, I was not the smartest investor of cards because I didn't look at it as investing. It was a hobby. I was collecting the players that I wanted to collect. And to me, I like it the best that way. I know it's turned much more into a business enterprise and flipping cards, and which is okay. I mean, that's how people have done it and made some money and enjoyed maybe even that process of finding these rare cards, keeping some for their personal collection, flipping others, whether it's on eBay or other different entities where you can try to sell teams, go to card shops. I'm glad that card shops seemingly have kind of resurfaced a little bit. I've been doing into a bunch of the local shops here. Of course, Emran's shop, it's great. I mean, that one's fantastic, to be honest with you.
Now lie.
No, not even lying. Can't lie. Won't do it. Can't do it. But I guess the long and short of it, yes, I would do exactly what you would, Chris. Like if I got that card, I still think I would have the story. I don't know that I would ever find myself disappointed. Like let's just say you and I, or you had the card, and you did this, and I had the card, and I did it, and we both sold it in our separate scenarios as 1-of-1, and you got 11 million, I got 11 million. And in 6 years, if Shohei wins 6 straight MVPs and all these World Series, and that card's worth 24 million, I'm not that upset.
I'm good.
Yeah. I did okay at 11. There's a chance the card goes down. I don't know that it will, but
when he gets arrested for gambling
and it goes down to like 30,000, you're like, oh man, why didn't I sell it for 11 million? Yeah, you've changed your life if you've done that, and for a card, which good for you. If you bought it and you found it, and you were fortunate enough to pull it out of, like to me, That right there is super exciting. If I was opening cards and I opened a pack and I got that would be amazing. First, I wouldn't know it was worth that much. Like, hey, this is cool. 1 of 1. Oh, this is probably worth something. And then I would probably freak out if I found out it was worth that much.
See, the thing I don't like is it's kind of turned into like scratching lottery tickets. Like on social media, I'll see like someone opening packs and they'll just be like, going through the packs and just like, nothing good. Nothing good.
Yeah, I've seen that too, where it's usually in a pack, let's say, there's a special insert or something. So you're right, they've just and then they get to that one and they've covered it and they're like, oh, what do we got? Turn it around. You're like, okay. And then it's like, oh, we'll put this one over here. But I'm like, what about those other 14 cards? I mean, there's probably something in there that's maybe okay. But yeah, it's a different time. I just, you want to think these are for kids. One, back to pricing of everything, whether we're talking about donuts or fast food or gas or eggs, whatever, everything has gone up. And, besides the obvious, so back in my day, if I could find $1 or $2 and go back and get,
I paid my taxes,
a pack of cards for 25 cents, that was the best. And if I had $1, there's 4 packs. Driving home with the packs in my pocket, riding home on my bike. What am I saying? And getting home, opening the cards, organizing them, trading them, putting them in the number order from the series. That was fun, but you also might have been dealing with one brand of card, one set. Now it's too convoluted. There's so much going on, and it gets a bit overwhelming. Let's see what people are asking. Good investment depending on the card. Jason Sieventhal's asking if I'm going to a card show on Saturday. I'm not. Is there one here locally? We'll promote it if it is. Did you grade your cards? I still haven't. And I don't know. And I told that story. If you haven't heard, it was during COVID when Chris and I were the only ones here in this building, seemingly. And cards were making that resurgence. And I had my cards in the garage. And I remember going, let me, you really were doing nothing else but just being at home. And for us, going to work for the hours and then home. Like there was nothing else going on. People just weren't around people. And I remember going into my garage and I had this box of cards, one of these boxes of cards that was just laid out in a couple different rows of open cards. And then inside there was one unopened pack of cards, which to me didn't make any sense. Why would I've never not opened a pack of cards. And it was a pack of NBA cards. Like, why would this be in here? I have no recollection of doing that, when I would have done it. And we went inside. I went inside with this box, was going through it, and then I got to that pack of cards. At the same time, we were watching a special on the life and death, really, of Kobe Bryant, because it was shortly after the horrific helicopter accident that took his life and his daughter's life and other people's lives. And just talking about him and just legacy, all that kind of stuff. Well, this pack of cards was from his rookie year, the 1996 year ago. And I remember telling my wife, wouldn't it be amazing if there's a Kobe Bryant rookie in here? She's kind of like, yeah. And then she could just see it on my face. I literally had just said it, opened the cards, and I'd done, like, Chris, exactly what you're talking about. I did, like, one picture, two, and then my eyes got big, and I looked up, and it was a Kobe Bryant rookie. And I couldn't believe it. It was in this pack of cards while we're watching the show. And then I'm looking on, then I went to the internet and started looking at, value of that card, if it's graded, blah, blah. I was like, whoa, right that moment, it was really, really high. If it, and it wasn't, I wouldn't say, it wouldn't have been graded a 10, because it was sitting in my garage all those years. But that was a surreal moment, because I'm thinking, how do I have a Kobe Bryant rookie unopened in that pack? Anyway, that might be one of the cards but I never got it graded. Still have it. It's just a weird process, all of it. Anyway, good for that guy or gal who sold it for $11 million, the Shohei 1 of 1. All right, question 2.
Question 2.
Deebo Samuel is back in San Francisco on a 1-year deal. Do you like this for the 49ers?
I do. I think Deebo will help in many ways, or could help in many ways. because he's capable of a lot of good things like this.
Rocket a throw out left, wide open. Deebo Samuel makes the catch, and now speeding down the sideline. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! San Francisco!
First touchdown receiving of the year for Deebo.
Yeah, Deebo agreeing to a 1-year deal, worth, I think it was about $7 million if everything goes right for him. And I mean, Deebo's best years certainly were in San Francisco. The versatility that he would show as a 49er was great. He has one trip to the Pro Bowl a couple years ago back in 2021. The Swiss Army knife that he was able to be, he's a great downfield blocker, first and foremost. He's very dangerous in the open field when he's got the ball. They use him as a running back quite a bit or in different formations, and that's where Kyle Shanahan, I think some of his genius lies in play design, utilizing his personnel to the maximum. Deebo can throw the ball a little bit if they need to. I mean, that's not the plan. But you have Ricky Pearsall's injury right now. You have veterans in Mike Evans, and Christian Kirk's now kind of a veteran. It's a little bit of a, Pearsall rounds them out as far as their depth at wide receiver. Now you've taken a key piece out. We don't know how long Pearsall's going to be out, but he will really help them. But just familiarity with Brock Purdy, with the 49ers system. Last year in Washington, let's see what Deebo ended up doing. Yeah, he had a good year last year. 72 catches. Whoops, I'm on the wrong part of this. Sorry about that. Last year, 99 targets, 72 catches, 727 yards. He had 5 touchdowns receiving. How did they use him as a runner? A little bit. Not primarily there in Washington. Ran for 75 yards and a score. But the Niners had him run as much as 365 and 8 scores, 232, 225, 5 scores, 3 scores. So the Niners utilized him in a lot of different ways. And I think the risk here isn't very high. The reward could be very high. And it's still an older team at several positions. But I think Deebo Samuel returning on what was, again, I think around $7 million, if I've read right, makes a lot of sense for a lot of ways, for depth, for familiarity, for his ability. If you get some version of that Deebo Samuel, like the Niners really haven't had that tremendous, dominant, high-volume receiver. They've kind of hit you with their receivers, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. They want to hit you with all sorts of weapons. And I know Kyle Shanahan has famously, said this when he gets down to breaking down offense, what he is always looking for is the advantage. And I don't think that's unique to Kyle Shanahan, but I think that's what he has mastered and really tried to exploit. And one of the reasons why he and others might have been enamored by Trey Lance is his running ability. So if Trey Lance, this is, again, according to Kyle Shanahan, if Trey Lance would have been that true running threat while having the ability to throw, which he just never mastered, but if he was able to do that, now you've created an advantage of a quarterback that has to be marked by a defender at all times. Where if you have a traditional drop back passer that's not mobile, you're basically 11 on 10 defensively. You have 11 defensive players versus the 10. Now your offensive linemen don't go out, but they protect, and there's still someone you're trying to account for. Whereas if you can get 11 on 11 and your offensive players know where they're going, know who's blocking whom, and the quarterback knows where at least the play's designed for, that's an advantage for the offense. So Brock Purdy has this mobility. He can move. He can run a little bit. He's an athlete. And that's what Kyle Shanahan is always looking for. So if the advantage in this particular game, they don't have good coverage and good space awareness of a guy like George Kittle will get the high target volume and get the big catch day, and the Niners are comfortable with that. Sometimes it's McCaffrey out of the backfield. Sometimes it's been, in the past, Juwan Jennings, Deebo, Ayuk. They've had several different players kind of have that game where you're like, man, it's because he is really good at identifying that, communicating that with Brock Purdy, and they've been able to execute that. So I think getting Deebo Samuel back makes a lot of sense, and I'm all for it. Good move to me by the 49ers. All right, question 3.
Question 3.
Tomorrow begins the month of August. What event in the 8th month are you most excited for?
Well, to me, I mean, it's not an Olympic year, so we could take that out. Baseball will be going on. Yeah,
it is an Olympic year.
It is?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Winter Olympics.
Well, I mean, Summer Olympics.
Oh.
Sorry. Didn't clarify. Fair enough. Good point, Chris. It's college football. Come on. It's college football, baby. Starting at the end of next month, because tomorrow will be August. And college football has quite a few games in week 0, which is the last week of August, including your Sacramento State Hornets and including the UC Davis Aggies. They both play in week 0 this year. And to me, I've always loved college football. I think it just starts, it just goes right in. I mean, there's no, hey, tiptoeing into the college football season. It just goes. There's no preseason. There's no real warm-up. Let's see what we got in week 1. North Carolina TCU in Ireland. Come on. Let's go. San Jose State at USC. Is Dave going to go to that game? To watch Avery play in the band? I mean, we know he loves L.A.
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Trojans favored over the Spartans by 36.5. You got NC State and Virginia. North Dakota State, who's moved up a level like the Hornets, played Jacksonville State. Speaking of the Hornets, 3:30 Pacific time from Ypsilanti, Michigan. Sacramento State against Eastern Michigan. They open up with a MAC game. Hawaii will play Stanford. New Mexico State against Florida State. So Dave's Seminoles open up as 30.5-point favorites. And Memphis and UNLV. There's not like a juggernaut game there, but it's college football starting, which I think is a lot of fun. And to have that in I guess we're saying week 0, but week 1 is great. A lot in the FCS that weekend. And to see that happen is great because they even play, if I'm not mistaken, is that FCS? They have games on Thursday of the last week of August, some games on Friday, and then UC Davis will open up with a Big Sky game in Portland on Saturday at the end of the month. So, yeah, to me, of all the things going on, baseball will happen. Maybe the trade deadline will spark some excitement on a few things. Golf's majors have happened. Basketball, it's relatively a quiet month, with the exception of the NBA schedule will come out in August. There will be preseason football. And I love everything about football. I don't know what it is about the preseason. Just has never done it for me. I'll watch some of it, but I just won't get that into it. It won't be like an NFL game that's week 2 could be the Browns and the Titans, and I find myself watching it. Like, I may not have a fantasy player on there. I may not have allegiances to either team, but it's like, I'm interested. This counts. Let's see who's out here. Let's see what it looks like. Whereas if that same game was a preseason game, just not into it as much. I just basically watch the preseason to see who stays healthy, to see the impact on, upcoming fantasy drafts. I guess those are coming up too. How many leagues for you this year, you think, Chris?
Definitely in the one that I've been in the longest. And I was in one here at the station last year.
That's right. A few of the people that were in that, I think, are gone. I know are gone.
It's funny how they leave after I win.
You won it last year?
I did.
Wait, were you in the finals against Kelsey?
Wait, did I win? Or did I just make the finals? I don't remember. I think I won. Did I?
Wow. You don't know if you won.
I won.
You did?
I did win.
Okay. Who did you defeat?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But
Let me open up the app. Let me see if I can find out.
How do you know you won?
Because I got money.
Oh, well.
I mean, because I got a championship. I didn't get any money.
You got extra donuts is what you got. I don't even remember all the people that were in it, but there were a couple people that I know that played from here. I wasn't in this one, that are no longer working here. Not, by any wrongdoing. They just aren't here anymore. But, Yeah, I remember you were telling me you made it to the finals, but I don't even think you had the best record. I think you just kind of worked your way through in the playoffs, if I remember right.
I can't remember at all. There should be like something like, hey, here's a recap of what happened.
You just know that you won. That's all that matters. So you might be in that one again. The one you've been. What's the one you've been in the longest? Like how many years are you talking?
That was probably since 2004.
Oh, wow. It's a long time. Okay.
Like back when we didn't even know what any. I'm trying to remember. I remember like the first pick was like something wild.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've told that one before. That was the 95 year was the first one that I can recall. I think we did something like this growing up, like versions of fantasy football or fantasy sports, but not quite the real way that is being done now. And my favorite story about that was picking fourth. I had a buddy, college roommate that I was going in on this league with, and we were picking fourth. And in my mind, going into that draft, it was Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, or Emmitt Smith. So knowing we were picking fourth, it's like picking fourth in an NBA draft or whatever. It's like, oh, Caleb Wilson will be our choice if we're fourth. He's still there. Whatever one's left. So I'm like, we're going to get Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, Steve Young, or Jerry Rice, and we're picking fourth. Good. We got one of them for sure. Well, I'm sure the other three will go, and then we'll pick fourth, and we'll pick whoever's left. Decision made. And then we'll have to worry about round two when the snake draft comes back. Well, the first pick went in that draft. I kid you not. I've told this before. I'm not making it up. It was Miami Dolphins kicker Pete Stoyanovich.
Okay, I was second in the league.
Oh, you didn't win?
I was second twice. I wish I remembered what happened.
But now you've looked it up, and you don't even know how you got second. We make fun of Dave for his memory. Anyway, Pete Stoyanovich, Miami Dolphins kicker, was taken number 1. And instead of laughing, as we should have at the time, we went, uh-oh. Do we not understand the scoring of this league? Are kickers, more important? A kicker went number 1 overall. So instead of, again, if that happens today in anybody's draft, you're laughing that person out of the league. I went, oh, no. Wait, we still have our plan. Steve Young, Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. Right? Second pick, Emmitt Smith. Whew. Okay. Order is restored. I think we're right. All right, now we're guaranteed Steve Young, Jerry Rice, or Barry Sanders. Third pick, rookie quarterback from the Seattle Seahawks, Rick Meyer. And now we have to choose between Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders, and Steve Young at 4. And that year we go, let's get a quarterback. We took Steve Young. The year he won the MVP. We won the league. Light work. Maybe the last time I won that league, but anyway. Or I could be like Chris and just say I won it and then not remember. Second place. Who beat you?
It doesn't say on here.
I don't believe any of this stuff you're telling me anymore. Ramsey's suggesting the U.S. Open tennis. I love the U.S. Open. That's a good one in August. Dwayne, we have the WNBA. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to follow all these things, but what the question was what you're most excited for. For sure, it's college football. I know it's at the very end of the month. Was out at Hornet practice the other day. Stingers up, big stingers up. Little stinger, big stinger. It was
so when's their first game at home?
The next week, September 4th.
Who 5th? Do we need to talk to?
Well, you talked to the coach.
I did talk to the coach, but I need to talk to the person who's in charge of
music,
of the audio out there.
So tell me what's happening. It's when they win.
It's when they win.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts. You don't start with the beginning of it. You start right at the
with Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars going, "Put your pinky finger to the moon."
And then how long does it go after that? And just people just leave their fingers up?
Huh? No, they just party like that. That's just the start of it.
And then the song keeps going.
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe you hit that first and then get into the song there's just a clip of that line. And then you start the song, and then when that line comes in again, you can.
Or maybe it could be, how like there's a timeout or something like that. You know how I guess they don't have there's not like a video screen, is there?
There is.
Oh, is there?
Uh-huh.
Because I was going to say like you could have like Stinger camera to where that plays.
Yeah. Like flex cam, kiss cam, but it's Stinger cam. Yeah. Get everybody going. Put those.
I need to get into a meeting with someone.
All right. We're going to set up a meeting for Chris. We're going to continue the show here. When we come back, we will go around the NFL. Is Aaron Donald truly going to make that return? And Baker Mayfield's going to play, but he feels a little disrespected. We'll discuss it next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hi. I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling. So please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam! The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Specially priced Saturday night tickets available.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. All right, Chris just told me something in the break. And, as you were telling me that, I heard it. I was processing it. Then I go, that doesn't make any sense. And because in my mind, I had the wrong person in my head. You said one of your first drafts, the first pick was who?
Julius Jones.
And you then said because he was a big Notre Dame fan. I'm like, okay, wait, Notre Dame. I was thinking Julio Jones.
Yeah, this is 2000. This is his rookie year in 2004.
Running back?
Yeah. And this was this is back when I used to like Notre Dame, and I was just like, oh man, if I could get him in like the 7th or 8th round.
Yeah, and he went number 1. Was it number one, or just first round?
Number one. Wow. And it was one of those things of like, because I'm the king of doing this, of like, I think I'll take this person, and it's just like, okay, who are you really taking?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right. What's worse, like on fantasy drafts, when it's not the obvious, not the first round, but like maybe someone you thought of, like I think really highly of, I don't know, just say George Kittle, let's say, and you got him in like the 3rd round. You're like, I'm gonna get a tight end early, whatever. And then like the 8th round, hey, is George Kittle available? It's like, I picked him 5 rounds ago. Then I don't know whether to be mad at them or mad at me for my pick.
No, mad at them.
Okay, that's fair to be mad at them. Yeah, fantasy
because
drafts
they
are
thought
funny.
that they just got a steal. Like, oh, I can't even believe no one even picked this person out there.
Yeah, you know why he's still there? Because he's been gone for 5 rounds. I don't do as many drafts. I think this is probably for the better. I don't know if this is for the better. Do you do any drafts anymore in person?
No.
I miss
but
that.
It's one of those things of, I think it was too, it's not like last year we didn't do it in person. Or did we do it in person? Yeah, we did do it in person.
About last
we
year.
did do it in person last year.
Okay.
The year before we didn't,
The
but a
big
few
one
of
you've
us,
been in?
yeah, a
Okay.
few of us got together at a bar, and we did it on our phones there.
What's your makeup of this group? Like friends from high school, or just friends that you've known, or a hodgepodge of people? Or
Yeah, I would say half of them I went to high school with.
okay, so the 2004 group or whatever you said that you've been doing.
2004, it was all high school.
Okay,
and
But
like a
lot
couple
of them are still
friends
there.
of friends.
So that's fun because then you're getting back together with those people. So like this group I've been in forever, the longest one. I've known them for a long time, and we always used to do it in person. We always kind of made it an event.
You kind of had to.
Yeah,
back
you're
then.
right. We would. It kind of started with us going to like Tahoe and maybe golf earlier in the day, and then the draft at night, or draft Friday night, golf the next day. Like we just kind of made it an event. We did that for a while. Then we kind of made it more localized. We'd go to a bar or a restaurant, or there was one time we were like at a community center a couple times in Davis. But it's like at least we all got together, and we'd literally go up and we had a board. I
remember that.
Piece of paper that had stickers, and boom, you'd fan it out there, and you go, "Phew, I am taking, Arian Foster. Deal with that, everybody." But now it's pretty much online. You've got 15 seconds, and then, oh wait, my time ran out. Those kind of things. But I like the in person. I'm not a fan though of the. I can't remember. I don't think yours has a punishment, does it?
No, I've been trying to get one.
I figured you would. I don't like those. Now, do you have any rules on how the draft order is established, or is it just like out of a hat or coin toss or something?
Out of a hat.
Yeah. I've seen some, and especially on social media, it's like, establishing our draft order, and there's people doing like competitions or obstacle courses or whatever. Like, okay.
The show, The League, was great with that, how they would come up with different ways to.
What was the best one they had?
The best ones that I remember was, I think it was the first season, it was a kid's birthday party, and they had a potato sack race, and they were all numbered on who got who for the draft.
Uh-huh.
And the other, I think they were doing the draft in Vegas, so it was the first person to get through. It was like whatever order they got through security is what order they got.
That's good. Yeah, so good luck in your upcoming, you probably got a month or so, fantasy drafts. As far as the football on the field, Baker Mayfield's probably someone that you might be interested in having as your quarterback. He's been a good fantasy football quarterback. He's lost Mike Evans, but still has some good receivers, and that's an offense that has been willing to throw the ball. But Baker Mayfield is worried a little bit more about his contract. He's trying to earn that contract extension, and it's not coming his way.
Disappointing in that regard to not have, to feel disrespected a little bit. And that's really the disappointing part, to feel undervalued after, thinking you've earned it.
A little more from Baker on, feeling like he's earned it, wants that compensation.
This is not a poor me thing. There's a lot of other people that have it way worse off, but I can sit here and look at other quarterbacks and peers and evaluate myself based on that and put myself in certain categories that I deserve to be compensated for that.
I like Baker Mayfield. I think he's really done a good job. It's not easy to come into the NFL, be picked first. I would say fall short of the expectations, though I wouldn't have qualified him as a bust. He went to Cleveland. That's proven to just be a wasteland of quarterbacks. And he had some moments, had some good, took that team to the playoffs one year, and then was really scuffling and struggling and trying to find his footing from the Rams to Carolina, just to different spots. Goes to Tampa, and then finally breaks through. And he's kind of done the difficult thing. And now it's into the negotiation part, and he feels like he's done all that heavy lifting, but not the reward.
disappointing in that regard to not have, to feel disrespected a little bit. And that's really the disappointing part, to feel undervalued after, thinking you've earned it. This is not a poor me thing. There's a lot other people that have it way worse off, but I can sit here and look at other quarterbacks and peers and evaluate myself based on that and put myself in certain categories that I deserve to be compensated for that. And I think I'm a franchise quarterback. I've been told I'm a franchise quarterback. It's been said publicly from ownership down here. And so to not have a deal done is very disappointing.
And that's the part. Like, if he's been told that, I think that's always a debate. I do agree with him. I think he's a franchise QB. I do. I think he's good enough to take a team to the Super Bowl, to win a Super Bowl. And the funny thing about that label is, and we are way too connected to it's whether or not a quarterback can win the Super Bowl. Like, Brock Purdy's taken a team there, hasn't won it. So is he less than Sam Darnold, who took a team there and won it? In some people's mind, yes. You have, if you start to look at the best quarterbacks in the NFL, I think people would get to Baker Mayfield pretty high on that list. Not in the top 5, not in the top 8 maybe, but top 10. Could he be there? So, like Josh Allen, I would bet most would have him 1, 2, 3 in your rankings. 4 maybe is about the farthest he would go. Well, what's different? He hasn't won a Super Bowl. He hasn't even taken a team there. So why, again, maybe we're just looking strictly on talent. All right, well, Baker Mayfield's pretty talented. He's mobile. He's got a good arm. Throws for good stats. Has gotten teams to the playoffs. I'm not saying he's the best, but I feel like, what's our criteria? How are we measuring this? Why is it not consistent? It's not. We do it for our narrative, for our list. It's the way it goes. I bet right now Drake May be rated higher than Baker Mayfield. Drake May was a really good year last year. Really good year. Drake May, to me, is in that field of Drake May right now is where C.J. Stroud was a couple years ago. C.J. Stroud had that amazing rookie year. It's like, oh, man, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Hasn't played as well the last couple years. Oh, he's dropped. Oh, might need a bigger resume. Like, Baker Mayfield's got a pretty good resume of years of action. Jaden Daniels, at this time last year, almost everybody had him in the top 10. See his rookie year? Look at what his potential is. Didn't do it in year 2. So, like, that's probably why a guy like Josh Allen, who's now consistently done it, Lamar Jackson, who's consistently done it, Joe Burrow has consistently done it. Now, maybe they haven't won the biggest games. Nope. But they consistently produce at that position, look the part, have all the criteria you need. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, those are the guys that land up there. But a guy like Jalen Hurts, who's won a Super Bowl, maybe gets rated lower than some of these other guys. Wait, are we grading on Super Bowls, on winning? Or is it on stats? What is it on our top 10s, on our top QB list? Anyway, I think Baker Mayfield is that franchise quarterback. He may have to deal with that of, look, they got him probably at the right time and helped rejuvenate his career. Maybe there's certain feelings like, hey, we like you more at the rate that we're paying you than, yeah, you're probably a franchise quarterback, but should you be our franchise quarterback? Can we upgrade? That's the tough spot where the Buccaneers are in and where Baker Mayfield is in, though I think he's done everything right to earn that potential big contract. All right, when we come back, we got Sam Amick coming up at 8. College football, I mentioned, starting in October, and there's some new coaches in new places and some guys that'll already be on the hot seat. What kind of impact will they have? We'll discuss some college football news and notes next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after 4162 dealer discount and 11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th net savings, sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
So, hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow! Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The official language of football is trash talk, late-night group chats, memes, and unbelievable highlight clips. That's why Boost Mobile brings you our new Global Connection Plan, the first plan ever made for WhatsApp. Get unlimited data, talk and text, international roaming, and calls to over 100 countries for just $40 a month. $40 price includes $5 a month auto-pay discount. After 40 gigabytes of premium high-speed data, speeds will be lowered. Coverage not available everywhere. Visit store or boostmobile.com for details.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Any golfer would be thrilled to listen to Jack Nicklaus talk, and I had to tap the enthusiasm brakes a bit when I had a chance to interview him. But over the course of 40-plus years, Nicklaus wrote enduring words in Golf Digest magazine. Max Adler compiles some of the best. Nicklaus says, "When I putt, I hold my breath before initiating the stroke to keep my head and body still." About putting, he said, "I visualize the putter shaft as being extremely limber, almost as flexible as a length of rope, which means the only way I can get the club head to swing truly is to stroke putts very softly." He said, "The harder I want to hit a shot, the slower I try to begin the swing." About the game, he said, "The key to playing well is to understand who you are as a person and then manage that. I'm finding now more than ever that the game of a lifetime can give you the time of your life without ever striking a shot." Sounds pretty much like life itself. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Danny in Chula Vista, speaking his honest truth on a Friday, says, "I have a confession. I took Colin Kaepernick with my first pick. The first year he was a starter. Complete bust. Second overall. It's happened to all of us. This guy's going to be a breakout. That's always the thing. It's like, I got to get this player. When do I have to do it by? When do I have to do it by? That's actually the one thing I do like about drafts online. So most people I feel like are just following, if it's Yahoo, ESPN, pick your service, going by their rankings, and then sometimes they'll have someone so low. I go, oh, they completely forgot about player X because he's injured, but he's coming back, or they rate him 218th, and you're like, I can get them, but when do I pull the trigger? Because people aren't looking that far and scrolling that far down. That's one of my favorite things to do, but it's like, when is the right time? And the worst is when someone, you have a pick in the hopper, you're like, all right, I'm taking this player next, and then you're 2 picks away, and the person right in front of you takes your player. And then there's that little bit of panic. Oh, no, that's who I was taking. What do I do now? Let's take a kicker. Panic mode. Someone said from the 408, this year our draft order was based on random golfers assigned and their ranking. Okay. Hey, however you do it, whatever works for you, good for you. Good for you. Jason Ross, Christopher Lott, a reminder coming up in about 15 minutes. Sam Amick will be joining us, and we'll have a lot to discuss with Sam coming up to figure out whether it's LeBron, this whole Kawhi Leonard probe with Toronto and the Clippers, and lots of NBA discussion coming your way with Sam Amick. But college football is almost here, and I'm looking forward to some new coaches and new places. You do have the defending champion, Indiana Hoosiers? It doesn't even seem right. Doesn't even sound right. And I love where the kind of the dynamics are of college football right now. It's like the Big Ten and the SEC, to some extent the Big 12, but really those two, the Big Ten and the SEC, think they're better than all, and for the most part they probably are. They have so many teams, so many quality teams, just the power teams. And the SEC has had the run of this for a long time. But if you look at the Big Ten, they've won the last 3 national championships between Michigan, Ohio State, and now Indiana. And Curt Cignetti, who was a great soundbite most of last year, is at it again.
The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain, all right? And that's why we're the best.
Shots at the SEC right there from Curt Cignetti. And, yeah, I mean, the Big Ten, it is absolutely loaded. Loaded in the Big Ten. I mean, Indiana's the defending champs. You've got Michigan, Nebraska, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, USC. I'll mention UCLA. Washington. And then there's always somebody in there, if it's, Iowa or Wisconsin or Purdue or somebody that also has a good record and it sneaks in. Minnesota. Just a lot of good coaches, a lot of good teams. There's no easy weeks, and that's what makes that an incredible league. And look, the SEC is really good too. I mean, it's not like it's doesn't have its share of teams from Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas, Tennessee, Texas A&M. It's a loaded conference. There's more that I left out. But that's where college football is at an interesting, if you go to the FBS, the highest level, your leagues now are the American Conference, the ACC, which again has Cal and Stanford in it, which doesn't make sense, the Big 12, which is far more than 12, Big 10, far more than 10, Conference USA, the 2 FBS independents, still UConn and Notre Dame, the MAC, in which Sacramento State is now in, the Mountain West, Pac-12 is back. The Pac-12 now has Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Texas State, Utah State, and Washington State. So all state schools there. The SEC and the Sun Belt Conference, and that's it. And I know the Big Ten and the SEC are really the Big Ten, I think, is the one that's behind trying to have 24 teams in the college football playoff. I think that's ultimately where it's going to go. It's been better. They've added to it. I think that's a fun situation. I think they still can get the charm of the regular season meaning something. I'm for banning or getting rid of the conference championship games. I don't think that's needed, especially if it's great to win your conference, but if the goal is to get to this field of 24 or 12 or 6 or 8, whatever they ultimately settle on, I think conference championships aren't as important. I just don't. And they also run the risk of having two teams that are playing for it, and maybe the loser gets bounced out of that postseason tournament. That's not productive. As far as the college football landscape overall, with all these new changes, you got a change in Michigan. That's been a huge organization, from Jim Harbaugh. Then you had the scandal there, and now Kyle Whittingham, who was going to retire and leaving Utah, and then boom, he's right back in. He was talking about kind of the state of college football.
What do you want to see done if you could have your way?
Just in college football in its entirety?
Yes, sir.
I think it's got to be an NFL minor league model where we have a salary cap. And, the players are employees. I think, as distasteful as some of that is, I don't think there's any other way that is better than that. And, right now it's out of control. I mean, we're going to have probably, a dozen teams in the next recruiting cycle with $50 million rosters. And there's such a disparity between the haves and the have-nots. And I think that the only way to get that evened out and level the playing field is to go ahead and pattern it after an NFL, like I said, a minor league NFL model and a super league, if you will. And you'll probably see, 48 to 60 teams survive the cut and be on the right side of the line in the sand and proceed forward.
Yeah, I don't disagree with a lot of that. The problem is, to me, and the difference is the NFL does have a salary cap. And that salary cap is honored. And we know what everybody's salary is. Like, there's a mystery to college football. And if Chris Verlaud was the biggest recruit for Sac State and they were paying you, Chris, $2 million to be quarterback, great. But would we know that? And should we know that? Well, we do in the NFL. We know what Baker Mayfield's trying for. We know what Josh Allen gets paid. We know what Christian McCaffrey gets paid. And so if the thought is we're going to give college universities X amount of money for a salary cap, great. But I think then you're also going to get, we're Alabama. I know the cap is $30 million, but wink, wink, we're going to go over it because we can. Who's relegating that? Who knows the numbers? How much can you fudge the numbers? I mean, it just feels like there's a dirty element to it. And it's always kind of been there. Now it's more front-facing because there's an allowance to do this. You're allowed to pay players, and I'm for it. I don't have an issue with that. It's just, what's the relegation of it? How are they handling this? Regulating, not relegation, the regulating of it. And I think college sports, I think, I'm saying this with a caveat, I think it's for the better. But I hope it is, and I don't know that for certain. And then, the other part that Coach Whittingham mentioned is, maybe we'll end up with, 60 teams that are kind of above the fray here and competing. That would be exciting, but there are a whole bunch of other programs that are trying to survive based on football. And so, is that the right way? I don't know. I don't know the overall answers. You just wish there was a true committee and a true entity that was looking out for the best interest of the schools, the players, the alumni, but you feel like there's different agendas in different corners here. And hey, how much money can our school make? Well, it's a business too, and that's the thing. Like, we can't. I think the one thing that's starting to happen, which I think is smart, is we're starting to get away from, hey, these are student athletes, and they are, but you could still be a great student, still get your degree, still be All-American, academic All-American, but there are really some people that are just coming to play football. And we can't not believe it's not a business. It is a business. And I think once you kind of get under that framework, you still have your athletes that will care about grades and school and all that, and you commend them even more. You don't want your other guys not attending school, but, are they taking the easiest classes just to pass and be eligible in the fall? That's going on. So there needs to be some sort of checks and balances going on here, but these coaches like Lane Kiffin bouncing from school to school, players are bouncing from school to school. I wish there was some sort of term limits or something like that. I get the one, if I went to go play for a coach and the coach left, I think there should be some freedom for that player to leave too, because that coach recruited me. But after that, there's got to be a shelf life. You can't have, this is his fifth school in 5 years. I just don't think that's healthy for the person, for the school, for anybody in college sports. All right, more on that coming up. But in the next hour, Sam Amick will join us to start the 8 o'clock hour. That coming up on Sactown Sports.
Sactownsports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. Sactownsports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockwood with Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. The Federal Reserve chose to leave interest rates unchanged this week, highlighting the difficult balancing act facing policymakers. Inflation remains stubbornly above the Fed's 2% target, while the economy grew at a modest 1.5% annual pace in the second quarter. For investors, that combination can create both challenges and opportunities. Slowing or negative growth with high inflation can create an environment of stagflation, where growth opportunities are few and costs continue to rise. Higher interest rates may continue to pressure interest rate-sensitive sectors, but they can also provide attractive yields in bonds and cash alternatives. At the same time, slower economic growth often rewards companies with durable earnings, strong balance sheets, and consistent cash flow. As always, maintaining a diversified portfolio and focusing on long-term goals may be more important than trying to predict the Fed's next move. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to franklintheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth. Member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, because Elk Grove Hondas are cheap.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHTK-HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, halfway through this Friday edition of the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross. Christopher Lott is here with me. I am rolling right along. Dave is back with us on Monday, and we're almost to August. Man, it is flying by, and so is this show. And joining us now, he's back. The great Sam Amick from The Athletic. Sam, good morning. How are you?
Jay, good morning. Great to be with you, sir. I'm laughing because I did the video stream here. We're going panorama. We're showing everything today.
Let me see. I'm on delay. I got to catch up on my screen here. Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yes. How are you?
But no, good to be with you, brother. Good.
Yeah.
Good to be back stateside. Still kind of recovering from a time zone standpoint, but good. We can, slowly but surely getting back to it here.
You go away and LeBron makes a decision, Sam.
I know. I knew it was going to happen. It was funny. We get so tied into our NBA world that it was a good reminder. On the one hand, the NBA is a global sport. On the other, I was kind of chuckling because in our space, LeBron's decision was everything. And then when I went over to Europe and we jumped around to a couple different countries, it was not exactly the thing that was keeping people up at night over there. But yes, lo and behold, he picks Philly. Pretty surprising. I know we'll dig into it a little bit, but going to be weird to see him in a Sixers jersey.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's actually probably for you and others, it's a little bit more compelling. I mean, he could have done Miami and Cleveland, and maybe Golden State. There's a little juice to that just because it's new and different. But surprising, yet when I really think about it, I think it was my own opinion, I think it's a really good decision for him. But as he picked Philly, what was your reaction to that, and kind of how you think that will go forward for him?
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, my first reaction was very unique and, it's a reporting thing. So this doesn't happen a lot, but I had a really strange experience about 3 weeks before he made his decision. Got a reminder that in this job, on the one hand, we're playing in the sandbox, right? Like it's not that serious. On the other, you clearly there's fans and people out there who think it would be funny to get us to report things incorrectly, if that makes sense. So a few weeks before he made his decision, and I'll give the short version of the story. And this had never happened to me before. I basically got catfished from a reporting standpoint, and it was pretty wild. Where like somebody gets your number, a pretty, and I'm assuming maybe they used AI to write some of it, like a pretty compelling text message, and claiming that they were somebody else who I knew but didn't know all that well. And long story short, it was weird because it was like they said that it was Philly. And on the one hand, you might go, "Oh, did you get an early tip?" And it's like, without getting in the weeds too much, like, no, it absolutely was not an early tip. It was a total scam. But I did chuckle that in the end, that's where he went. Because this text that I had got was like, "Hey, thought you'd want to know this. He's picking the Sixers," and there was even a fake player contract attached to the text message, which is pretty wild. So what's the old saying about the sun shining on the dog's backside every once in a while? They got it right. Philly wise though, it just doesn't. You had to really unpack the basketball incentive. I think and even the legacy discussion to understand why he did what he did, because the conventional wisdom had been get me close to the sun and the golf courses and the family and meaningful basketball. And those had not been his talking points, but there had been this assumption that when you're coming up on 42 years old, that, that he wasn't going to do something as extreme as this. And if it was going to be far away, it was going to be Cleveland to have the storybook ending over there, or Miami to have kind of the reunion. So, pretty surprised.
And as far as what this does for Philly, I mean, look, everybody had made assessments of if he goes to the Warriors, what will that do for them? And Miami and his choices, Minnesota, that wild card choice, and Cleveland. Philly has obviously changed on the dynamics of what Vegas thinks. You could argue this may be the best roster he's ever had. He's had good rosters, though, before. As far as the dynamic goes of Philadelphia, do you put them in as a title contention team?
I put them in as a top tier, top 2 tier, good team, very good team. I've ever since the Dwight Howard, Steve Nash Lakers, I've adopted kind of this habit of let me see it before I predict greatness, and a lot of times it just doesn't pan out. I do think there is a chance that's what this becomes. LeBron is amazing, but and it helps that he's a playmaker, and they needed a guy like that. But having the ball in Tyrese Maxey's hands and VJ Edgecomb's hands, and Joel Embiid when he's healthy is not a bad thing. And so the old adage about there's only one ball is going to be a factor. And I just wonder in that Philly environment, where as much as people I think are excited in Philly to have LeBron, the fans are as caustic as any in all of sports. What happens if, Edgecombe is not taking a step because LeBron is there and he's got the ball a little bit more, or Maxey is not popping like he normally does. The Embiid health factor is going to be there all year long. So, I think they could be good. It's not a sure thing to me at all, especially when Nick Nurse, you go back to last year, there was a lot of chatter about Nick Nurse in the hot seat in Philly. And so, I know LeBron has kind of even already taken steps to kind of, I think, help Nick have a good foundation, but questions abound, and nothing if not compelling, but they would not be my title front runner by any means.
As far as, Philly, it's a pressure cooker. That fan base is one of one. They're very unique. The fact that Maxey, Edgecombe, and Embiid have obviously been there longer, who hits like the pressure meter of Philly if it doesn't go well or if it takes time, which understandably it should? Like, is it Jaylen Brown? Is it LeBron? Or is it go to like the longest tenured guy in Embiid? Like, where do you think that will fall on a team that is known for a fan base that'll get after you a little bit if they struggle?
I mean, that's where I think honestly, I think it's LeBron, because I think they're bought in on the young guys, and Maxey's not a young guy anymore, but he came up through Philly. Jalen is going to be there for a minute. And on paper is he checks most of the boxes as a, and this is the debate around him, a franchise centerpiece or a 1B. LeBron and the way it's even beyond his play, the way he moves is going to matter a lot. The guy's amazing. He's incredible. He's put together, arguably the best career in the history of basketball. But he commands a lot of the spotlight. So I think it's LeBron. And I think part of it is too, because the fans are smart enough to know that this is a 1 or 2 year thing. And so if it's not working, just from a rationale, common sense standpoint, I think the fans' minds is going to go towards the guy who's the short termer versus the guys that might be there longer.
Sam Amick joining us from The Athletic. Sam, as far as those that didn't win the LeBron sweepstakes, and I'll kind of go one by one, how should Cleveland feel right now?
That one's tough. I mean, it kind of got reported almost in a backhanded kind of way that by Shams that the Cavs front office had met with LeBron in Akron in early July. And, the Cavs people I'd been in touch with had been pretty confident. They certainly weren't, counting their chickens before they hatched, but they were confident that they had a really good shot at getting him. And so they kind of let themselves get excited, in my opinion. And with good reason, he was legitimately looking at it. But that one is tough because of the teams that he was looking at. I would argue that, I'm trying to think how much I believe in this statement, like the Cavs and the Warriors, I think needed him more than anybody. You know what I mean? Like Philly was going to be really good anyways. And now it's a question of how do you integrate him, and is it an embarrassment of riches and maybe too much? Cleveland, we saw, on the one hand, had a great regular season, but then a terrible ending in the playoffs and really exposed a lot of what they need. Now, on the one hand, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, LeBron James, that's a lot of high usage players, and they would have had their own questions, but they needed help there. They had lost guys on that roster in the kind of way that meant that they were excited to get him. And so, and then you add in the hometown component and just that idea that I think the fans were excited to see if he could finish off with the hell of a final chapter. So to me, that's a pretty tough one.
How about Miami? I mean, they got Giannis. Certainly they did some things in the offseason, but a Giannis-LeBron combo would have done some things there in Miami, and a return with Riley and all that. How should Miami feel about this?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have, to me, the storyline is different. It's not as painful as Cleveland because we all know that Miami, it was kind of the mercenary move for him back in the day. He gets the 2 championships there, and then he's on his way. It would have been an interesting story to see him specifically reunite with Pat Riley, given the way they ended in the first go-round. But basketball-wise, I think, yes, they also needed him. they also had even greater questions. You already have people that are wondering how a Giannis Bam Adebayo combo is going to work. That's a tricky front court. LeBron can play 1 through 5, and so that versatility would have helped. But that one, it's another. I mean, it's a blow to all these teams.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Warriors eventually. It really is, and it's funny because during the process, I would have some people who admittedly were kind of not LeBron haters, but people who were kind of tired of the showcase or the sweepstakes component, kind of pointing out like, oh, you guys are making such a big deal out of this. Like, there's a reason he's going last in free agency, because it's he's like we were glossing over the fact that he was taking a minimum contract potentially and things like that. And I get that, but two things can be true. Like, yes, and that is a sign of as great as he still is, he's nobody wanted to give him a max or even anything close to it. But you did have all of these teams. This was not like an end of summer business, not a big deal pursuit by these teams. They were like, very much looking at this as a key move for their season. And so really there's not a team that wasn't hurting pretty good when he chose Philly, other than Philly.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned them. How about the Warriors, which, it felt like there was some momentum there, the connection with Steph, with Draymond. They were going for it. Like, how do you think? And it's kind of changed their off season and what they've had to do. What about the Warriors? How should they feel?
Yeah, I mean, that one's tough because, and we're obviously close to it, just living where we do, Jay, but it's the continuation of a narrative that is getting louder and louder, in terms of like them allegedly wasting, the back end of Steph Curry's prime. And he's past his prime at this point, but he's still playing really good basketball. And it's, we've had some reporting on it. I think we'll have some more. I'm a sucker for context. Like, it's not true that the Warriors, I mean, they have aggressively pursued a lot of different guys trying to solve this problem. And the one part that gets glossed over is that when they got Jimmy Butler, like, that was supposed to be the move, and to at least get them up into basically a tier 2 team. They looked like that when they beat the Rockets in the playoffs a couple of years ago, but then ultimately him getting hurt, it was like they had played their hand and they didn't have another hand, and they are continuing to pay a price for that. And so LeBron was possibly an escape hatch of sorts, not a great one, but a decent one. Within that, you've got arguments that they should have put everything on the table to go for Anthony Davis, give him a long-term extension. I don't understand that, because literally we just saw with Jimmy Butler the danger of giving an extension to an older player who has some injury history, and Anthony has even more than Jimmy. The Jaylen Brown stuff, that's the other argument, that they should have gone all in on Jaylen. You could have that point of view, no question, but as we reported in other places, like, his value around the league was so low that kind of shows you, Philly got him for a bargain basement type of deal. So all that being said, all that matters to Warriors fans is that a whole summer has gone by, and all they've really done is add a draft pick. And so I said this yesterday in the Bay. I don't have a ton of patience and like sympathy for the Warriors fans that they've forgotten that they got 4 titles, but I get why they're frustrated right now.
Any intel, just one more thing on the Warriors, at least on Steph's side of things, because he's still great. The team will compete, but it doesn't feel like there's enough there at that. And Joe Lacob has already kind of come out. There's a quote attached to him about looking past Steph, kind of really trying to make that team great after that. Any thought on Steph's side or Warriors side about, possibly moving on from him? It seems weird, but it's happened in other cities and other markets with other teams.
I don't see it, still not seeing it. We've been asking that question for years. Steph did a interview and had a conversation with our Marcus Thompson last week. And, it wasn't a thrilled Steph Curry, but it wasn't anywhere remotely close to asking for a trade Steph Curry. So no, I don't see it. I mean, I do think that there's more to come. I mean, the inherent nature of Draymond's contract that he signed means that he's going to be in the discussion when they talk about things heading into the trade deadline in February. I mean, you opt out of the deal to help the team have flexibility to go after a guy like LeBron, but then they don't get him. And, in some instances you would have you'd get rewarded for that on the back end with a multi-year extension. And so it jumped out at me that after that sacrifice, which is, I know it's first world problems, but that's what it was, that he got the same thing that he could have picked up on his own before. The idea that they gave him nothing extra was certainly, I think, noteworthy in terms of where their heads are at. I mean, they are trying to keep maximum flexibility right now, and if it means moving on from Draymond to get that next guy that helps them, I think they'll do that.
One other team I want to ask you about how they should feel, it wasn't pursuing LeBron per se, but may have helped this all happen, is Boston. If they were able to get Giannis for Jaylen Brown and some other, whatever other components of that, Jaylen Brown now is in Milwaukee. I don't think Philadelphia becomes a player for LeBron. It's kind of like the butterfly effect. Does he go to Cleveland? Does he go to Miami? Does he go to the Warriors? It's just a bunch of different moves here. And Brad Stevens probably at the time felt like he was making the move that he needed to make, moving Jaylen Brown to Philly. But now he's given his rival Jaylen Brown, and he didn't do it directly, but here's LeBron. How should Boston feel about maybe their role in indirectly in this?
Yeah, I mean, they've had the toughest summer of anybody in the NBA, and it's by their own doing. But it's just indisputable to me. I mean, you hit on it, Jay, the butterfly effect. Let's play that out. If Jaylen goes to Milwaukee, which was a distinct possibility, and then Giannis goes to Boston, I do not see, the Jaylen Brown move in Philly did play a part in LeBron wanting to go that way. LeBron was not heading to Milwaukee if Jaylen went to Milwaukee. So he goes elsewhere. Then on the Boston side, if you get Giannis, that's massive and a whole lot. I mean, I know, listen, he's older as well. He's got his health history. He's going to want another extension in a year. And it's a huge, huge number. But to me, that's a whole lot better than Paul George and what they have now. So it's brutal because you just don't see, in terms of the Boston Philly stuff, you just don't see it in the league. Trades between rivals like that, and it's a team that just knocked you out of the playoffs. And I mean, the irony is crazy. You had Jaylen Brown, celebrating what was his favorite year individually after the season. Then he ends up going to the team that knocked him out. And then on the Boston side, I mean, here's what comes to mind. I had somebody tell me during the offseason, right after the playoffs, regarding like San Antonio and OKC, that you're just not going to see a trade between those teams. It's just not going to happen, and that is real. You don't see, even in our neck of the woods, you see a lot of moves that would make sense for the Kings and the Warriors, but you see a real hesitation, even because of the Northern California component, for both sides to do business. The Kuminga thing kind of brought that out a little bit. You just don't see teams, A, in close proximity, and B, with legitimate rivalry history doing something like this. And to your question about where that leaves Boston, I mean, it's brutal. They're trying to get out of a tough spot. Part of it is second apron caused with this CBA and the way that teams have to function these days, but a lot of it is just their own team building and kind of the relationship with Jaylen Brown, that they clearly had gone a direction where they wanted to get off of him.
Just a few months earlier, Brad Stevens, Executive of the Year. So it's weird how this can move quickly.
Hey, ask Monty McNair how that goes.
Yes,
sometimes.
Absolutely. Or other coaches of the year. That's all happened. Kawhi Leonard, this thing is not going away. In fact, it's kind of showed up again, this probe. They're talking about may go into 2027. We know there's some caveats here that, Toronto may say, yeah, we'll just do this trade. And we know if there's further punishment to Kawhi, we'll take that on. The league has had a good summer, but this is a weird and ugly story. What do you know about where this is and where this may be going with the Clippers, Kawhi, and Toronto?
I mean, it's still confusing, if I'm being honest with you, because on the one hand, you have the Raptors and the Clippers continuing to signal that it will eventually go through, and Kawhi's going to be in a Raptors jersey, and those other guys are going to be with the Clippers, and it's gonna happen. Meanwhile, and our John Hollinger was kind of the first to highlight this during the summer, is that the way that the situations like this work from a legal standpoint are that even when the investigation comes to an end and whatever ruling is handed down, there's going to be arbitration, there's going to be appeal, there's going to be stuff like that extends the timeline quite a bit, and potentially it could go into next season. So the Raptors, as you know, and I think a lot of listeners know, like, they are the ones exercising caution here. Once they got the messaging from the NBA that they would be responsible for whatever punishment came down if they went ahead and went through with the trade, then it speaks volumes that they have decided not to roll the dice. They could have, there's some people who have had the perception wrong, like the NBA stopped this trade. They didn't. Like, this trade could go through, and then Toronto would have to deal with the consequences when the investigation came to an end. Just from a common sense standpoint, it says a lot that Toronto has decided to keep it in limbo like they have. So, I don't know. I mean, it feels like if you gave Adam Silver some truth serum and the league officials regarding, the law firm that they hired to do this investigation, I don't think they ever imagined it taking this long. He was expressing, months ago at this point that he was hoping it would wrap up soon. And it's put a heck of a monkey wrench into, at least part of the offseason, and for these two teams in particular.
Yeah, we mentioned how great of a summer it's really been for the league, going back to the finals, having New York win. You have a good draft. You have all these big names changing teams. It's just top of mind. You get this story out there. And then also, Sam, we have Portland, just the whole city and ownership and future there. Like, talk about wanting it to go away. Not them per se, but the story. What a mess for Portland, new ownership, and I'm sure Adam Silver hates this story.
Yeah, that one's brutal. I mean, that's another one where if you give Adam some truth serum, how is he feeling about Tom Dundon? We know the backdrop here that Tom wins a NHL championship with the Carolina Hurricanes. Does it with a lot of similar business tactics that he has put onto the Blazers, and that's all well and good. But for one, these are two very different spaces. There's a different type of spotlight on an NBA team. And now we have segued from simply just the rightful narrative of him being, frugal and for lack of a better way to put it, upsetting and pissing off a lot of his employees, and to this showdown with city council and city officials in Portland regarding the arena. And, a lot of tough talk, mainly on his side, that the city seems to be just trying to get clarity on what sorts of renovations he wants to make to the arena in order to come to an agreement here regarding the public money. But his style is just abrasive and off-putting and unfortunate, given the rich history between that franchise and its fans. Mm-hmm. We all know they excuse me, that Europe travel getting back to me. They've had, it's unfortunate, the Jailblazers documentary came out recently. Like, we know that they've had chapters where the fans in the franchise haven't been in a great place. Most of that time, I mean, you have Bill Walton winning the championship, Jeff Petrie doing great things up there during his time, and the Dame Lillard era. I just hate seeing, where it is right now, because it seems actually plausible that, something happens here where, well, I don't want to say it, like, the pathway for Tom to get out of town is not very realistic. And that's the one thing that kind of gets glossed over. That is not in the plans. I mean, the league is trying to expand. The league is, if they're trying to relocate, they did not have Portland on the map. And so, part of me thinks that it's a whole lot of bluster for a guy that I don't think has the backing to do it, but he certainly appears to be doing everything he can to make you believe that could happen here.
Yeah, I mean, we know well what happened here, but the relocation thought of Sacramento to Seattle made sense just because that was a a spot, a city that lost a team, was starving for a team, had ownership behind it. If Seattle truly is coming into the league again and Las Vegas is coming into the league again, I don't even know where relocation cities would be in play for Portland if that actually happens, if they have to get that far.
No, I couldn't agree more. And on top of that, the league typically, it's an uncomfortable topic, but they will gravitate towards markets that are just not working. You know what I mean? I mean, that's why there's so much discussion about Memphis. But that's because attendance has been down. That's because they have business issues in Memphis. That's just not the case in Portland. The Portland it's actually somewhat analogous to Sacramento when David Stern stepped in to make sure the team didn't go to Seattle. The very things that I think David valued, and I do think Adam values, like the loyalty of the fan base. I mean, it's all the good things you want out of a team's fans, and they are not in the business of parting ways, when those dynamics are in play. So, but Tom is trying to kind of rewrite the script here in terms of how business is going to be done as an NBA owner, and he's not making a lot of friends in the process.
All right, in our last minute here, Sam, this is kind of now finally the slower time. Anything you're looking at, working on, on the Athletic for the next couple weeks or so?
Literally, as we've been sitting here, Jay, my NBA editor sent me a note that was like, "Hey, I heard you're alive. Let's talk." So yeah, I mean, we'll kind of figure out what we're getting into. I mean, off-season wise, there's still Peyton Watson's situation is still out there from the Nuggets, and I know he's not a household name, but he's a good player that multiple teams are trying to figure out how to get in a sign and trade from the Nuggets. And Denver, understandably, is trying to not continue to lose talent around Nikola Jokic. So that situation remains unresolved. The Jalen Duren stuff in Detroit, another restricted free agent who wants a bigger contract than his current team is trying to give him. And, and questions looming there. Is there any chance he would sign a qualifying offer? And that's a guy who was third team All NBA. So, again, not LeBron level headline wise, but certainly relevant to their teams.
Well, Sam, I'm glad you enjoyed your time away. I know we're going to miss you for a little while we're in the slower time, but I think we'll pick you back up. Or if we have any emergency needs for Sam Amick, we definitely will give you a call. Sam, enjoy the rest of your summer. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk soon.
All right, Jay. Be good, brother. Talk soon.
All right, thank you. That is the great Sam Amick from The Athletic. Check out all of Sam's work. He's back. He's ready to write. His editor's pushing him, so look for his content coming your way soon. All right, for us, we got more content coming your way, including who's hot, who's not. We go streaking. But up next, more quarterback talk in the NFL. The QB1 battles continue. We know what the Raiders are at least saying right now. What will that look like? And some other positions and battles of note around the NFL. We've got that for you coming up on Sactown Sports.
Deebo Samuel is coming home. The 49ers are bringing back the veteran Swiss Army knife on a one-year deal worth up to $7 million. After a season away in Washington, will Deebo be able to pick up where he left off with Kyle Shanahan? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Thinking about heading to the mountains this weekend in a new Toyota truck?
Let's go!
Bringing the bikes?
Let's go!
Maybe towing the boat too?
Let's go!
All right, let's roll. Get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5 or get 2.99% APR on Tundra.
The time is now, let's go!
You heard the man. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with a premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Excludes Tundra TRD Pro and say 326.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms?
At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end.
Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery. When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club in Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
There's the hard way to buy a car, and then there's the Hoblet way. Transparent prices, fast paperwork, and a team that's there to help, not hover. We've spent 77 years refining this process so you can get in, get out, and get driving with zero drama. Car buying doesn't have to be stressful. At least, not when you do it the Hoblet way. Experience the difference at HobletDodge.com. The easy way to buy.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 29, the first playoff win at Levi's Stadium.
When the 49ers opened up Levi's Stadium, it took them a while to get to the postseason. Finally, in year 6, the 49ers secured their first ever playoff win at Levi's on January 11, 2020, defeating the Vikings 27-10 in the divisional round. They were led by a strong running game and a dominant defense.
Third down and 9. Here comes the gold rush. Cousins back, throws out right, intercepted by Richard Sherman, and Sherman will take it back inside the 30-yard line, dropped on the Minnesota 28-yard line. Your best players are playing their best right now.
That postseason victory marked the team's first playoff win since the 2013 season.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Thanks again to the great Sam Amick for joining us this morning. If you're just tuning in, we talked to him for the last segment. You can go back when our show is podcast up for you. Go to our Sactown Sports YouTube page. Go back and watch and listen and hit a thumbs up on there while you're there. But on the podcast, you can check that out as well. All of our great content that we have for you on all of our platforms on Sactown Sports. Make sure you check that out. Still to come, what's hot, what's not, and we're going to go streaking coming up in our next segment. But let's get into a little NFL and quarterback decision. Really, if you look around the league, there's a couple of positions that are a couple of quarterback battles that are being, trying to be solved here soon with camps opening and You look at, we talked about the Raiders a little bit yesterday, and I think what they have announced, Clint Kubiak, their rookie head coach, as of now, the QB1 is going to be Kirk Cousins. I think that makes a lot of sense for multiple reasons. One, you're ultimately at some point going to get to Mendoza. But it's not whether you're trying to make him prove it or earn it. I mean, when you're pick number 1, that's a huge investment. You're going to do everything you can to get him on the field. That's been fast-tracked more than I probably like, but that's just the way it goes. I mean, you're trying to figure out if he is your quarterback of the future. Basically, I think it was Herm Edwards that said it. You either have your quarterback of the future or you're looking for him. And I think the Raiders believe, when you draft a quarterback in the first round, you think you have your quarterback of the future. It doesn't always work that way, but I think why wait? Why slow that process down? Why go, hey, we'll have him sit for a year, maybe 2, which is the way it used to be, and then year 3, they'll be more mature, they'll have learned. Maybe we've sprinkled them in a game or 2 or played more preseason games, but now it's their time. Well, maybe they're not the player. Maybe they're a bust, and now you've wasted those years. So I think that's kind of the thought process, not only the financial investment, but the let's hurry up and figure things out. And the Raiders, though, starting out by Kirk Cousins being named the QB1, at least going into camp, and that way, he'll take the number 1 starters. I'm sure they're starting reps. He'll get a lot of reps from Mendoza, too. Let's hear Mendoza talk about being QB2.
I'm taking a following role right now with those veteran leaders, and I'm just trying to do my part, focus on the next rep, and do everything I possibly can to prepare myself to be the best asset I can for my team. And whatever decision is made at the end, that's fantastic, and I'm all for it. I just want the team to win. So that's where I'm at. But I believe that we have so many great players on the team, and there's a heightened sense of urgency.
All right, there you go. So, So you've got a lot of people that are looking at that situation going, yeah, Cousins makes 100% sense. And then you go, all right, when will it be Mendoza time? I don't know. I think Mendoza's handling this the right way. It could be Mendoza time in week 1. It really could be. But as of now, the Raiders are saying, hey, let's just go with Kirk Cousins as QB1. Let's avoid that question. And then that time will come when the time comes. You've got QB battles in Minnesota with Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. You've got Cleveland looking at Deshaun Watson still yet and Shedeur Sanders. Atlanta, Michael Penix Jr., Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, again, you got multiple guys that can do it. Who's the right one? Who will lead the way? Who fits best for the offense? Who fits best for the system? Like I said, you either have your quarterback or you're looking for your quarterback of the future. Our quarterback of the present is JR. Good morning, JR.
There is no controversy for QB1 on this radio show in the morning.
No?
That is you. Look at you.
I think it's you.
Leading it.
I'm leading the charge right now, JR.
Don't get injured. Don't get in a car crash. Keep safe.
Close.
Go forward.
Yeah.
Hey, your flashback 49 faithful stuff.
Uh-huh.
Good stuff, dude.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm there. I was at that playoff game when they beat. You just did one with the playoff game when they won their first one there at Levi.
Yeah.
I felt like I was right back there living it with Papa making the call.
Have you been to all of the Niners playoff games?
I would say a high 80%.
Okay. What's the one you missed that you go, man, I wish I was at that one?
I try to not think about those. Let's see. They beat Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. It was that one. Oh, there was a Dallas one I missed.
Okay.
They beat Dallas. Was that about 4 years ago? That might have been a divisional.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
I missed that because there's nothing better than walking away asking all the Dallas fans, hey, what time do you play next weekend?
Oh, that's what you ask him? That's nice. Good touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you doing Sac State this year?
You know my stinger's up.
Woo! So you get to go down to Fresno, and then at the end of the year, you going to Hawaii?
Yes. There's trips to Michigan and Indiana and Hawaii and Fresno. We're all over the place.
To finish it out. Yeah, I would. Yeah, Indiana and those places. It's not like they play Ohio too, right? The Ohio, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah, Ohio University. They're coming here, I believe.
Oh, they're coming here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got to deal with Hornet Nation.
You'll be great. I'm so stoked. What a great year it's going to be for them.
I look forward to it.
Up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
We'll get you out of the game.
Plane flying. Shout out to Chris running the show in the background, too.
Go Sonoma State.
Oh, yeah. We're undefeated since 96. Woo!
Thank you, JR. There's JR. Bundle of energy.
I think that's the most woos JR's ever had on the station.
Too many? One too many woos? Or just the right amount?
There's just a lot.
Just a lot of woos.
Maybe that's what's hot.
Well, we're going to find out. That's coming up. What's hot, what's not. Thank you, JR, for the call. You can reach us at 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140 text line as well. And on our YouTube chat page, you can definitely do that as well. All right, more for us to get to. We will talk a little bit more about those quarterback battles. But, yeah, that one with Cleveland's still weird to me. Deshaun Watson, again, all this talent, all this stuff that he's had good years. Should it be him? Should it be Shedeur Sanders? And then Atlanta's a good one. I mean, two good choices. I think Tua Tagovailoa, Michael Penix, a couple lefties there. We'll see what they ultimately choose. All right, for us, when we come back, who's hot, who's not, we go streaking, and more. Coming up on Sactown Sports.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Meet Lee Platts, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
So, hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cheap, cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap, cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, because Elk Grove Hondas are cheap, cheap.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must step out event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right. Well, who is hot?
Cody Clemens.
That Cody Clemens?
That Cody Clemens.
Why?
He's thrown a strikeout at the mound. He's had a 3-homer game in his career, and he has hit a grand slam walk-off when his team was down by 3 runs. He is the second player to ever do that in Major League Baseball history.
Do you have the other?
I do.
Do you want me to guess?
Yes.
What time frame are we looking at?
Early.
Oh, like 1900s?
I'll give you 19. They played in the 1910s, 20s, and 30s.
Oh, yeah. Then that's got to be Shoelace Samuelson.
Nope.
I don't know.
Babe Ruth.
Oh, okay.
Does that do anything for you?
The Sultan of SWAT? The Sultan of SWAT?
The Titan of Terror?
Baby Ruth? Who's this Baby Ruth? And what did she
They're
ever
the
do?
same guy?
Oh, my gosh. The Colossus of Clout? Babe Ruth and Cody Clemens in the same sentence. Oh, that makes him hot. Who's not?
I'm going to go with the Angels. We talk about how bad the A's have been, but Angels are even worse. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They're behind the A's in the standings by 3 runs. Not a good run from them this season.
I think the stat is still in play. Let me double check this. Because this is a terrible stat for those Angels. Yeah, so the Angels, it's been since 2015, is that right? Let me double check this stat. Yeah, 2015. So now it's going to be 11 years in a row that they haven't even been above 500. This is an organization that continues to just struggle. Absolutely struggle. Man, they are not hot.
They had Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani on their team.
And Pujols. I mean, I know he wasn't prime Pujols, but still, they had those 3. That'll be a hard one to explain. Oh, my gosh, how many games in World Series did they win? They're all on the same team? That's like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant were all on the same team?
Yeah, that's insane.
At least they made the finals. But, yikes. Yikeroos. All right. Well, Chris, what do you say we go streaking?
Like it.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, you want to do that?
I do.
Oh, you kind of just
sneak it in on you?
Yeah, so let me just... Wait, where is it?
Has it been eliminated?
Good. It might have been.
Yeah?
Oh, here we go.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. Well, I've got some numbers too on our streaking today because I keep season stats. I keep a good scorebook. You ever done a scorebook at a game, Chris?
Long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
I would have said there's no way. I have not. And I think I would know how to do it. I would know how to do it, but I've never done that. I do admire people. Generally, I find that I do see a person or two at the baseball games, especially today's games, that have done it. There was a guy, was that early? No, this was last year, that was sitting in front of us that, 1, had the most amazing penmanship, 2, had multiple pens. So he was pen in the scorebook. So he's confident in what he's doing. But he had different colors. So he had a whole system. I'm like, this is like artwork that I'm watching here. The guy was just keeping balls and strikes, keeping score, was there by himself. Younger guy, too. I would say late 20s, maybe early 30s. It's like, how about this? He's having fun. Keeping score at the ballpark.
I remember it was Jerry Remy of the Red Sox. He was their color guy. He would keep score. And what they started doing for like really big games or like no hitters or something like that is make copies of them and sell them to people.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're doing the game, I've done that when I broadcast, but you have to. Like, it's a good reference to the last at bat or other at bats or pitch count, all sorts of things. You kind of need to do it, but all right. Good for that guy. Good for Jerry Remy. Yeah, broadcasters have to do it. And probably some have chicken scratch, and others I'm sure have better looking material. All right, let's see how we're doing. Chris and I both had streaks end yesterday or the day before. So he and I are both at 0. Dave, 1, 2, 3, 4. He is at 4 consecutive days of a hit, so he's trying to get to 5. We will start with Carmichael Dave, who picked, at one point he said, I'm going to take a guy that's batting 190 or whatever Cal Raleigh is, and he took Cal Raleigh. Then he switched to Randy Arozarena. Cal Raleigh yesterday went 0 for 3, so he didn't lose his streak. So good switch, we think. He went to Randy Arozarena, who got up 4 times. He got 3 hits. What? That was a questioning. He changed it on air. So Dave is at 5. I took James Wood for the first time. Big home run hitter for the Nationals. He only had 2 plate appearances because he was walked twice, and James went 0 for 2. So I'm at 0 still. Are you trying to fire something?
Yeah, this is really not here. Let me see if I can do this.
Well, while you do that, James Wood.
Oh, okay. All right. So what did your guy do? He got 2 hits, right?
No, he went 0 for 2.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
It was great.
How's it 0? There's not even need for any of that. Chris, you were at 0. Trying to get to 1. You took...
My name is Otto.
Otto Lopez got up 4 times. 0 hits.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
I don't like this. Dave's at 5. You and I are at 0. Update at the end of the month and into the week, the season stats. Dave was talking about winning the Triple Crown for our show. He's batting .262, 7 home runs, 33 RBI. I think he would be benched. I'm worse. .218 with 7 home runs, same amount of home runs, only 27 RBI. Chris, you're batting .259 with 5 homers and 30 RBI. So you're just behind him in all categories. Those are the updated stats. Dave's pick for today, he has already sent it in. Wow, that's interesting. He's missing the show, but he's picking from the LA Dodgers, Freddie Freeman.
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
Very interesting choice. Well, I'm going to take Ellie De La Cruz of the Cincinnati Reds for my pick today. Chris, how about you? You're all available. You're all...
Gotta do this one for me, Billy McGarnagle.
Kevin McGonigal from the Tigers.
And he's playing?
Are they playing the Orioles again?
No.
Who are they playing?
Wow. Big fan.
Yankees?
Nope.
Dodgers?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
The A's. What am I
Hey,
thinking
Kevin,
about?
if you're listening, call into the station.
That's right. Chris is your number 1 fan. And do it for him.
From the beginning.
Yeah, right away. It's your rookie season. He will be at Sutter Health Park tonight for weekend set against the Athletics.
You know what? I'm going to add to this. I'm going to make a little prediction.
Oh.
He is going to have 6 or more hits in this.
In the series?
In the series.
I'm writing that down. 6 or more hits in this series.
And I'm going to say he gets at least 2 tonight.
In series 2 tonight. All you need is 1 for streaking, but these are bold picks by Chris. Let me take a look at your guy, McGonigal, because he has had a really good year. He, for a rookie, has, let me see, Kevin McGonigal. Oh, he's a little feller, 5'9", 187. I was going to say in his last series, would he get 6 hits? How about this? He got 0 for 5, a 2 for 5, and a 4 for 5. He would have made it. All right, so he's capable. He had 4 hits in a game, man. Yeah, he's getting about 4 to 5 hits a series, but you're saying 6. So McGonigal in his rookie year, 285, which is tied for 21st, 9 home runs, and 37 RBI. Not a bad rookie campaign for him. All right, we have got one final hour for the week. It's coming your way next. In this last hour, we've got what's on deck. We got celebrity birthdays. We got Friday Fun and Games. But we're also going to start the hour with a celebration, an homage, a hat tip. It's an anniversary. We're coming up on 10 years of the Golden One Center. How it began, where it is now, some of the best moments. Will it ever be like Arco? We'll have those questions and answers all coming up next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, I heard you're extending the 4th of July sales event because the deals were so good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, save thousands more with 0% financing for 60 months.
Wow, 14 grand off MSRP and 0% financing. That's crazy.
At Hoblet, our goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. Plus, we have over 600 Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $9,500 dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives include $500 on the job upfit with eligible upfit, $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 0% financing for 60 months on approved credit through SFS, $1,667 per thousand borrowed. 10th is net savings. See dealer for details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, final hour of this Friday show. But we got a lot more coming your way the rest of the day. A lot more the rest of the day for you here on Sactown Sports. Still no Matt. Man. He is down and out. But Kayla will be here. And I believe Brendan? Yes, coming up at 10. And Kayla? Do we have Kayla sounder? I still can't. I've heard it. I was here when she did it. It still doesn't seem right. Kayla and Brendan will be on from 10 to 2.
Any update on Matt?
Yeah, didn't you get one? Do you have an update? Of
Stop! He's already dead.
I heard is he really tired? Is he tired at all? Is he like the most tired? I'm making you work, Chris. I don't know how big the bank of sounders you have, but he's got to be fatigued at this point. He missed the whole week. Played in Bobby Jackson's golf tournament.
I'm just like the tiredest I've ever been in my life.
Yeah. I think he's down and out. So hopefully we'll have him back on Monday. Dave will be back with us on Monday. I'll be back on Monday. Kayla's probably going to want to be away for a week or so based on this week she's had to deal with. But she will be here with Brendan coming up at 10.
Where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
Who's that to?
I just saw it and I remembered it.
Just wanted to rifle that one off. Yeah, she'll be here for Friday Fun of Games. So will Brendan. We've got that coming up in this hour. And a lot more. And again, you guys can reach us at 916-339-1140 on the text line. 1-800-920-1140 is still our phone number, and the other number you can dial that as well. Also, our YouTube chat. Thank you for being there. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We appreciate all of you taking out your time and following us, watching us, and all the things we do here on Sactown Sports. And, of course, the Drive Guys this afternoon coming your way at 2 o'clock before the weekend ahead. And the weekend coming up will be August, tomorrow. We're going to have some time until the next basketball season, but we are coming up on an anniversary of sorts. It's been 10 years since the Golden One Center opened. And we're not on the exact 10-year day, but there's been 10 seasons of Kings basketball. I believe, Chris, you have a piece of history at the Golden One Center. I think the stat is still true. We don't know this. We can't confirm it, but we are going with it on the show, that you were the first person to throw up in the Golden One Center?
I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Unless someone threw up at the...
Paul McCartney?
Yeah.
I don't know that they did. There were 2 nights of Paul McCartney to open up the Golden One Center, and you were at the third event, which was what?
It was WWE No Mercy?
Question mark? Why did you throw up? What happened?
It was a long day, and then I think I ate something that was bad, and it was just it was one of those everyone is leaving.
How much warning did you have that you knew it was coming?
I had probably a good 15 seconds.
That's not a lot.
I'm like, everybody move, and then
on the ground, I'm assuming, in the aisle.
On the ground, and there was some splashback on my friend's shoes.
Oh. In the aisle, though, on the concourse, between the seats,
between the seats.
That's not how I'm going to remember the Golden One Center.
But luckily, it wasn't wood like Arco Arena.
True. That would have been problematic. We do have Puke Guy, and that was not Chris at Golden One Center.
Yeah, he took the crown from me.
But there have been, look, I think the one thing
I would say that was the last time I threw up.
Okay, and that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years. It's been a while for me. I haven't thrown up that many times in my life, fortunately, but I have. Not in an arena, not in a stadium. That had to be a bad feeling because you're trying to fight it, trying to find an alternative, but you didn't have one. You had 15 seconds of
warning.
yelled,
move, move, move.
Did your friends that were with you, well, they had to know something was up.
That was it was what my friend,
it was a panic. Move, 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 move.
My friend who he got some on his shoes was way cooler than he should have been.
Okay. Like how? What? I mean, he just handled it fine.
It's just like, it's okay, it's all right, it's fine. Like it was one of those.
Really?
Yeah. I bought. Well, what's great is so that Sunday I went to the pay-per-view, and then Monday there was Monday Night Raw at in Oakland. So me and one of our other friends that was there, not him, we went to the show, and I got my buddy a shirt of his favorite wrestler.
Okay. That was the make
sorry I threw up on your shoes.
Sorry about this, but here we go anyway. That's a little bit of history that Chris has. Here's some more history.
Cousins on the right wing from Lawson. Drives to the rack and scores. Challenge Pau Gasol. Started left and then drove hard right. He gets the first 2 points of the contest.
And the first points ever at Golden One Center for a Sacramento King. DeMarcus Cousins with a layup. So if I ask you guys on the text line, on the YouTube, first and foremost, I shouldn't take this for granted. Have you been to Golden One Center? Because I feel like, oh, everybody's been to Golden One Center. Well, that may not be true, because I do get that reminder every season walking through the concourse or going to the game. You might just run across somebody like, wow, look at this place. Like they've never been in there. And Golden One Center, I've said this many times. I know when this team was at its most fragile point, when the Maloofs were going to sell the team and the team was going to Seattle in that depressing time that we're all in. And then you kind of flip to when you get the news that they're going to sell, they're willing to sell, and Kevin Johnson's behind finding a whale and keeping this team here, and the kind of the momentum was shifting to, they're definitely gone to, hey, wait, maybe if they can find partners, local owners, they might be able to keep this team. And it was, kind of switching our narrative on the radio to an optimistic one to, hey, look, you know what this could be is if they could get ownership here and you get a downtown arena, how it can revitalize downtown. So all the stuff I would say then I meant and believed, but I have to tell you, in all honesty, the deliverables were way better than I thought. I could envision. I'm not the best at visioning things, if you're remodeling your house or doing a house project, or, hey, we're going to switch this door and take out this wall, and I'll watch some of those improvement shows, and then you see, you go, wow, that's not what I thought it would be. Sometimes I just need to see it before it happens. So in this case, I'm thinking, yeah, the remodeling of downtown will be great. That'll be awesome. They'll be able to get better concerts and better things, saying all the things that have happened, but it's way better. The building's incredible and has held up beautifully for 10 years. And the shows they've had, the other events, I mean, you've had, NCAA multiple times here, the men and women now. The women last year to have the regionals here was great. We've had high school championships. You've had graduations. You've had concerts, monster truck, circus, figure skating, ice skating, all that stuff. There have been a ton of great events and more events than I even thought, and they filled it up more than I think they did when they had events at Arco Arena, better acoustics, all those kind of things. You've had the California Classic kind of created at Golden One Center. So if you've been, what are your thoughts? What are your memories? What are your takeaways from the Golden One Center?
There's one huge event that I don't think you said so far.
Okay, I'm sure I've forgotten it, but
like it was worldwide news.
Wrestling, MMA, concert.
Yep.
Was it Kanye?
Get ready to have a field day, press. Get ready, because the show's over.
What year was that?
Oh man, I could find that out.
Okay.
2017.
Okay. So you've had significance events like that. You've had comedy shows, concerts.
Saw John Mulaney there.
Okay. I have not seen a comedian in Golden One. Let me think. No, I have not. How's that?
It was cool, but the only problem was, and I don't have like a problem with the putting your phone in the pouch. Uh-huh. It's just that it took forever to get in, so you can put your phone in a pouch.
Okay. There have been
Oh, it was November 2016, very early on.
Oh, it had just opened. Kanye was that early?
Yeah.
So the first concert was Paul McCartney, and he had 2 days. I know I went to day 2 of Paul McCartney to see the new building. And, do you know if, let me see if I remember this right. I think I have this right. Do you know who the very first basketball game was?
Very first basketball game.
At Golden One.
Regular season or preseason?
Preseason.
Preseason.
I think. I could have this wrong. But I feel like I remember it this way because it just didn't feel right that was the first.
Oh, is it like the Lakers?
No, it was like Maccabi Haifa.
Oh, no, I thought they were like the second.
Okay. Might have to go back and look. Let me see if I can find this. Do a little research. Anybody know off the top of their head? First basketball game at Golden One Center? I truly believe it was Maccabi Haifa. Let's see. Here we go. 2016-17 preseason. Oh no, yeah. At the Lakers, at the Warriors. Then it looks like the first one is Maccabi Haifa. That was weird. Not that anything against them. It was just weird to have that game. And I had been to Paul McCartney. I'd done a bunch of the site. We toured the building a couple different times. Put on our hard hats, watched what it was going to look like. Then when it was closer to being done, then I didn't really want any more tours until we were actually in the building. And it's had its moments. I mean, it's had certainly the Kings haven't won enough there. That's not new. That wasn't anything exclusive to Arco Arena. Arco had its own unique sound. I think part of that is what Chris alluded to earlier, kind of a lot of the wood base of the bleachers, the seating like that, and people would stomp on there. It had its own Arco Thunder. Golden One Center, though, I think has good vibe, good acoustics, great viewing,
good vibrations.
Good vibrations, great sight lines. It is sadly, at this point, only had 4 playoff games, 2 play-in games. But the playoff games were pretty memorable in their own right, including moments like this in the first game at, let's see, here's a couple moments from this in 2022-23.
Inbounds from Fox goes to Harrison Barnes. He measures, he fires for 3. He's got the three-point shot. Kings have their biggest lead of the ball game. They're up 122-116. You couldn't ask for more drama in the opening playoff game. Inbounds pass to Curry. He turns, he wheels, he fires, he misses. Barnes with a rebound, and Sacramento has won game number 1. After 17 years without a playoff experience, they have risen to the occasion. They were down by 10, not once, but twice in the third quarter, and they battled their way back. They took a 1-point lead into the fourth. They opened up a 6-point advantage at 122-116. They hung on as the Warriors fought their way back, and Sacramento gets the victory. The final score is 126-123. And let me tell you, if you can't sense it, if you can't feel it through the radio, this place is absolutely nuts.
So well done by the G-Man. So accurate in his description of it. The Light the Beam chance, that was Light the Beam first year. To have a home playoff game, to have the Warriors there. I mean, there was so much on the line, so much intensity. I still remember Chris doing that pre-show out in the King's Landing area. I don't even know what they call that out there. Pre-game, like way, way before the pre-game. And the worry was, all right, it's Kings Warriors. I don't think there'll be as many Warrior fans as there is in the regular season, but like it's probably going to be like 30%.
Yeah.
And this is going to be tough. And honestly, it was like 98% Kings fans.
Good job, Kings fans.
Oh, it was so great. And even out there, I'm like, wow. I mean, right now I'm seeing a lot of Kings fans, but I know the Warrior fans are coming.
It was so loud, like right before they started letting people in.
Uh-huh.
It like everyone was going crazy and cheering. And it was Chris Watkins finishing off the pregame
like
show.
Long pregame show.
And that's when I'm like timing it and we can't hear each other. So I'm giving him like, hey, wrap it up. And he's going and going and going. And it's like, uh-oh, like he's still going along. And I'm like, hey, wrap it up. And he keeps talking. And then finally I grab his headphone and I say like, hey, you got a break. And he goes like, oh, okay, we'll be back. Da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, why did you tell me to keep going?
You had the wrong cues. That's funny. You're like, no, it's got to go. Got to wrap this thing up. I know I have this. I remember feeling that it was pretty electric. Let's hear what it sounds like. The Kings intros from Scott Moak of that game one, the first ever playoff game at Golden One.
3 playoff games earlier today.
Hey, that's me.
Take a 1-0 lead, 121-101 over the Nets. It's the Celtics beating the Hawks, 112-99, and the Knicks beat the Cavs, 101-97. Our game, Kings and Warriors with a call. Here's the G-Man, Gary Gerald.
Well, our starting lineups are presented by Clean California. Steve of the Golden State Warriors. A player, 4 of them as a coach. Scott Moak getting ready to introduce the Kings starting lineup. We're just going to sit back and savor and embrace the moment. The house lights are down. The purple glow sticks are absolutely amazing. Extra lasers have been added. More pyro is in store. And now, let's listen to Scott Moak. Crank it up.
I think there's a video first here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go forward a little bit. And it's getting loud.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time to meet tonight's starting 5 for your Sacramento Kings. Running the points from the Kentucky Wildcats. 6'3", number 5, De'Aaron Fox. Your 6'7" guard from Maryland, number 9, Kevin Herter. From North Carolina, out forward, 6'8", 40, Harrison Barnes. In his first season, your 6'8" forward from Iowa, number 13, Keegan. And at center, 6'11", from Gonzaga, number 10, Domantas Sabonis.
Just a sample of what that was sounding like. Game 1 of the playoffs at Golden One Center. So there's been 4 home playoff games. That one was electric. Game 2 also was great. I got to let you hear this, the way it kind of sealed Game 2.
The Kings will go the length of the floor. 12.8 to go. Inbounds to Fox. He races away from Payton. Now he's challenged. He finds Sabonis. Put the frosting on the cake. Put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a 2-hand flush makes it 114-106. Desperation 3 missed by the Warriors, and the horn sounds to end this second game of this 7-game series, and the Kings take a 2-0 advantage by a final score of 114-106. So many things look to be working against the Kings, but they were able to come back after the score was tied twice in the fourth quarter. Opened up a 4-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go. They end up winning it by 8. The final score is 114-106.
Yeah, that was another of the playoff games at home. So they've had 4 of those as, let's see, where was this earlier? One of my favorite moments was as a Kings fan being at that game, was super worried about it going to be 50-50 Warriors-Kings fans. It was pretty much all Kings fans. It's true. I am not Marcus says, I was able to attend Game 1 and Game 7, the best and then the worst day of my Kings fandom. Yep, I agree. That happens, right? A.A. Ron, my season ticket rep, got us on the floor to hold the flag for the anthem for that game. That was pretty memorable, too. Yeah, I mean, these are some of the great moments, certainly, at Golden One Center as it's coming up on its 10-year anniversary. It'll be season 11 in that building. That's what's amazing. The 11th season, they have only 4 home playoff games, a couple of play-in games. Yeah, of course, they beat the Warriors the next year in the play-in. They had the awful, awful home performance in the play-in game against Dallas a couple years ago. But I still feel like at 10 years, it's looking for its signature moment. I mean, I guess it's Kings and Warriors, right? I mean, there's been concerts. There's the thing Chris played earlier, the Kanye, situation. I don't know what the crowning moment would be after 10 years. Maybe it is the Warriors series. The opener to have that. There's been individual nights. I mean, to see Duren go for 60 was amazing. I loved what year was that? Where DeMarcus fouled out but didn't foul out or left the game, was in the hallway, and Scott Moak had to yell to get him back in. I mean, that was great. That was a funny moment. And DeMarcus was I can't remember what the situation was. He thought he had fouled out or was given a technical and left the game, but they reviewed it or something and wasn't tossed and had to come back out and ended up having a big finish that game. I think that was against Portland, if I remember right.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, and he was on that stretch where he was scoring 50 in a couple of games in a row or 2 out of 3, something like that. Yeah, there are moments that building has given us, but I still feel like obviously we haven't had the long playoff run or something that's just so iconic to the building. But that's what's great is the building has aged beautifully. I'll say that. It's still in tremendous condition and shape.
Oh, the one game I loved was the comeback against the Warriors.
Oh, when they were down 22?
Yeah, and that was for the
in the Cup.
NBA Cup.
Yeah. I could find that one. That was the first year of the Cup, correct?
Yeah, it was the first year, and it was one of those ones that the Warriors had to win by a certain amount of points.
Oh, that's right. They were almost to a position, Chris, where it would have been better off for them to get to overtime.
First they had it, it was in the bag. Then as it got closer, yeah, to your point, it would have been better if they tried to make it a overtime game.
Yeah, here's how it was going near the end. This is G-Man building up to a thrilling comeback.
They've lost a possible tiebreaker situation late in the season with the Warriors because the Warriors will have a 3-0 lead. Here's a steal. Hunk has it. He feeds Fox, eludes the defender, drives to the right, finds Herter, swings down to Malik, sidesteps the defender, launches for 3. He hits the triple. It's a 1-point game at 123, 122, 36 seconds to go. Fox from the logo, creeping forward. Now in 2-point range, backs out, hooks a pass to Herter. Herter swings to the right side to Monk, attacks the baseline, jab step. Now he keeps the dribble alive, gets in the paint. Tough fall away, bank shot is good! Malik Monk somehow banks it home. 7.4 seconds to go. 124-123 Kings. Here's Curry. He'll try to get a shot off to win it. It's on the way. It's front rim short. The Sacramento Kings will advance in most dramatic fashion. It's 124-123 and full-blown late season pandemonium reigns at Golden One Center. Fans on their feet, waving the rally towels, savoring the moment after a most improbable, desperate step-back 2-point shot from Malik Monk was banked home.
Oh man, that one was in the Cup, as you mentioned, Chris. We have people saying Bogey's buzzer beater 3 versus the Lakers was their highlight in that building. The first 2 Warrior games for sure. The Beam Team season seems like it was 20 years ago. I do have to find from that year as well. The other reference I know that gets a lot of love is that Utah game with Kevin Herter hitting that late shot. Let me see if I can find that. No, it's not that game. That was that Beam Team year. It had to be. Yep. Let's see. I will find it for you because it was really when the one of the loudest pops in that building, I believe, was in that Utah game. Was that the year before that? I think it might have been. I will find it for you before we break because I got to get this one. Yeah, there we go. It's the playoff year, regular season Utah game. It was a late 3 by Kevin Herter that really felt like that was the start of a special season. And Yeah, on the third chance. Here we go. Kevin Huerter, this is one of the louder moments in the building at Golden One Center, celebrating 10 years.
Fox into the front court, into the paint, pulls up, trying to tie it around a two-bouncer, no good. Kept alive by the Kings. Back to Fox, floater, way short, no good. Rebound, grabbed by Harrison Barnes. Swings to Huerter, three on the way. He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead. 30 points, a season high for Huerter, and it's 9.2 seconds to go in the ball game. It's also a career high for Kevin Huerter. His previous best came when he was playing for Atlanta in the 2019 campaign at Philly when he had 29.
I think the message here is the building saved the team, the ownership and everything else saved the team. The building is beautiful. The building has had its moments, but the best is yet to come. So celebrating 10 years of Golden One. Looks great, still feels great in there. And the best moments are still ahead in that building. All right, when we come back, we still have Friday Fun and Games. And we got to tell you what's on deck along with celebrity birthdays. We wrap up the final 30 minutes of this Friday show right here on Sactown Sports.
Deebo Samuel is coming home. The 49ers are bringing back the veteran Swiss Army knife on a one-year deal worth up to $7 million. After a season away in Washington, will Deebo be able to pick up where he left off with Kyle Shanahan? Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Exercise and golf have been two important activities in my life. I opened Golf Fitness Solutions in 2013 to help my fellow golf enthusiasts improve their posture, relieve their pain, gain strength and endurance, and most importantly, hit the ball farther. From beginners to professionals, I've had success working with all ages and all skill levels, and I can help you too. Located in Carmichael, call us at 916-802-5175 or go to golffitnesssolutions.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, $1 million hole-in-one, a skins game, a celebrity draft party, and a concert featuring the Cripple Creek Band. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, First Tee of Sacramento, Rancho Murrieta Youth Sports, and other worthwhile children's charities. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murrieta. Come join the fun, raise money for charity, and play golf with a celebrity like Barnes, Fernandez, Jackson, Lloyd, Merriweather, Ostertag, Polanese, Sharp, Schumann, or our own Greg Vaughn. Golf and concert sponsorship are still available at goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org. The Plan Solutions team sponsors the Gold Rush Classic. Plan Solutions, partnering for a strong financial future.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg. But the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Cheap, cheap. That's the sound of savings happening right now at Elk Grove Honda. You remember, right? Elk Grove Hondas are still cheap, cheap. And right now you'll find a good deal more on new Honda gas and hybrid Accords, Civics, CRVs, and more fuel-efficient Elk Grove Hondas. Every sale is done right here, under the flag in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Come see why generations of families return again and again to Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, because Elk Grove Hondas are
cheap, cheap.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, back here, Jason Ross, Christopher Ladd. Carmichael Dave will be back with us on Monday. We were just talking in our last segment about great moments at Golden One Center. We thought we hit a bunch of them over the 10 years, whether it was Christopher Ladd being the first person that we know of to throw up in the building. Or
you love that so much.
I do. Well, I mean, that's a cool, I guess cool, reference to point. I've not thrown up in that building. Most people that have been there have not thrown up, but you might be the first one. There might be others, but we don't know.
We know of one.
We got a text, though, that was suggesting a moment that I did forget, and I think we need to acknowledge it. How about this one a couple years ago?
Davion Mitchell lets the ball roll to Keegan, or to Malik Monk. Now over on the wing to Keegan. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points. Here's a desperate heave from midcourt by Taylor Horton-Tucker that's off target. And the third quarter comes to conclusion with Keegan Murray having scored 26 points in the last 12 minutes. He had 13 in the previous quarter. He has 45 in the game. That's the most prolific scoring night by any King this season. And he's now 12 of 13 from downtown. And he's within 2 of the NBA's all-time three-point record.
That's the beauty of the NBA to me.
I was at a Christmas party for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was on in the background. And I want to say when he hit his 6th or 7th three, it was just me, everyone's kind of paying attention, but not. And I saw that and I just screamed out, "Oh my God!" And then everyone turns around and started watching it.
Yeah, I mean, it like G-Man just said, so he had 13 in the second quarter, which is a good quarter, really good quarter. He had 6 in the first. So he had 19 at the half. But then 26 in the third quarter. My goodness. Big, big day for Keegan Murray. They're referencing the 12 three-pointers made by Keegan in that building. That was just a random December game against the Jazz. You just don't know when something like that will happen. That's, to me, is the beauty of the NBA, is just days like that. You go into the arena, it's Kings and Jazz. Okay, yeah. I don't know what's going to happen. But Keegan going nuts was a lot of fun in that building. What's on deck today? You don't know what will happen at the Rocket Classic. Round 2 of the Rocket Classic is coming up. Tigers and A's begin a weekend set, part of the 7-game series, or 7-game homestand, I should say, for the A's. They played the Red Sox for 4, and now the Tigers for 3 starting tonight. Giants are on the road in San Diego against the Padres. We're going to have Friday Fun and Games coming up. New game I have for you guys today, but we have to hit celebrity birthdays. Is it just you versus Anthony in this one?
It appears so.
Okay, well, let's do it. Time for some celebrity birthdays. on this July 31st, Chris versus Anthony. I'm going to ask Anthony this one first because I'm 100% sure Chris is going to get the date of the year right of this.
I'll get the date right, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. On this date, in what year, Anthony, did the movie Basketball come out?
Basketball?
Yeah. Do you know this movie?
Am I going to get, really judged if I don't?
No.
Okay, I don't.
It's the South Park guys.
Oh, is it? Okay, that might be a hint because they did South Park first. So I'm going to do 98.
Okay, Chris?
I think he's right. I think it's 1998.
Anthony and Chris are correct.
There you go.
Good work, Anthony.
The South Park guess. The South Park hint was too helpful.
Okay. Happy birthday today to J.K. Rowling. How do you really feel, Chris?
I know you like Harry Potter.
67.
59.
Chris is closer, 61 today. Happy birthday to Mark Cuban.
58.
61.
Chris is closer, 68 today.
Wow.
Whoa, 68?
Yeah, that's the billionaire.
That's why he sounds so dumb.
Oh. Happy birthday to Wesley Snipes.
I don't know.
Wesley Snipes from
Passenger 57.
Passenger 57
from Major League.
White men can't jump, right? Yeah. 60.
Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything. Julie Newmar.
65.
68.
Anthony's close to 64.
There you go.
Former Giants manager Gabe Kapler.
Chris, go first. I don't know.
Famous for tearing his Achilles on a home run.
He did?
Rounding the base. He might not even hit it. I think he might have just been on base when it happened.
Probably repaired it on the way.
I'm going to say he is 52.
I'm going to go 55.
Chris is closer, 51. Gus Frerotte, famous for hitting his head against the wall. Former quarterback.
Chris, you go first again.
I am going to guess 46.
40.
He's 55.
All right.
Former number 1 pick from the Cleveland Browns, Tim Couch.
Oh. Okay, if I could do my math, he's probably 20. So he's probably... I'm going to say 50.
I can't wait to hear the math. I'm going to go 52.
Math was good. 49.
Oh, I almost said 49 too.
So what did we base that on?
He was a Heisman Trophy winner when I was in high school.
Okay.
So then I was trying to add his age to my age.
Pretty good. Pretty
okay, he's probably 20.
Happy birthday to former Stanford coach David Shaw.
David Shaw. He's older than you'd think. 56.
50.
Chris is barely closer, 54. Tomorrow celebrating a birthday, Scotty Barnes.
He's 25.
28.
We have a correct answer. It goes to Anthony, 25 for Scotty Barnes. Also celebrating a birthday tomorrow, Jason Momoa.
He's 38.
Jason Momoa, the actor?
Yeah.
He's a lot older than you would think. I want to say he's 49.
Chris is closest, 47.
Wow.
And celebrating a birthday on Sunday, he's our vice president, J.D. Vance.
45.
Is he that young? I feel like...
I think so.
I'm going to go 50.
Chris was closest, 42.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, that's it for our celebrity birthdays. When we come back, though, a new game on Friday Fun and Games. We'll see how you guys do. That is coming your way next, right here on Sactown Sports.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports to keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year. guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owed the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. 800-375-2322. Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hey, you're good, bro. You might get like a shimmy from me.
Shimmy?
That about all.
Yeah. Hey, Chris delivered.
I know. Chris
You asked
got
for donuts?
these donuts. Thanks,
Good
Chris.
donuts.
Really good. I had the glazed twist.
Yes, good choice.
Sounds like a dance move.
Yeah, I had the glazed twist as well. Hi, Kayla.
What's going on, man?
Your week is almost done.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I'm like a transparent person. I
Yeah.
don't sugarcoat stuff. Like, that's just not my personality.
Yeah.
This week's been cheeks. Not going to lie.
It's been cheeks.
It's been cheeks, man.
Yeah.
And you know, not like the tight cheeks that, you know, when you're doing squats and you got those. It's like the kind of shaky ones.
Shaky tweak, the cheeks. Okay. Well, one more day. But you will have Brendan. Brendan will be in a little bit
Yeah,
later,
Brendan's
right?
going to be in. Anthony's done a great job all week. Also, like Chris.
Wait, was that an aunt to Brendan or aunt to Anthony?
Anthony.
Oh, okay.
You can give him a huff.
Because we're in the same room.
Right,
It is.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna finish it off with a bang. And
Good.
I just loved yesterday. We called the Debo situation.
Yes, I saw
And
that
so
clip. That was
fun
good.
to see 5 hours
Yeah.
later that they signed him. Not like we didn't. I think a lot of people.
No, but
called
it made sense.
But it was fun to
Yeah.
talk about, and then it happened later on that day.
And what's coming on today before we get to our Friday Fun and Games?
Yeah, so we'll talk about Debo Samuel. Like, how much should we expect out of Debo? I think people are excited because he's coming back to the Niners, but let's be realistic about the situation, too. So we'll talk about that. We've got Jake Gaden of CBS on.
Nice.
We'll do a little, I heard you guys speak a little bit about the whole situation in Toronto with Kawhi Leonard. Where the heck is that going? Yeah. What is the solution? I know some people are saying Toronto should call off the deal. Mm-hmm. So we'll get into a little of that. And, yeah, you never know what is going to happen on a Friday when you have three people that don't usually work together.
That's true.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
We thought that was retired with Kyle, but I forgot you guys have it on your.
We started it.
Yeah,
That's right.
Kyle stole a lot of things.
Mhm.
Yeah,
a lot of things.
Plus, you will have a lot of sugar if need be. So you just don't know what the Friday show could be.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I might go off the rails. Like, I heard the sounder drop.
I love it. I hear it. I was here for it. It doesn't even sound like you.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of voices that I don't usually do on here.
What was that even regarding? I can't remember. Do you remember, Chris?
I know exactly what it is.
Oh, you do?
What was it?
That was your Steven Tyler impersonation.
Let's hear it.
That's
Spot on.
I can't believe you didn't realize that because every once in a while I'm like, wait, is that Steven Tyler? Oh, no.
Yeah. Was it celebrity birthdays that day? And that
I
happened?
think so. I
Okay.
think that's what it was.
That is what it. Yeah. That is so funny. I did forget what it was regarding because you never know.
Okay.
So you said there's a new game.
I have a new game.
I'm a little.
I don't think you need to be nervous. I don't know if it's too difficult or I don't know. We'll see. And I'm kind of making up the rules on the spot. I was going to play it one way, but I think we'll do it this way. I have categories here, and basically these are things that there's something in common.
Okay.
With everything that's on this list. And so I think the way I'll do it is if you get it off the very first clue, which would be amazing, you get 5 points. The second clue, 4 points. The third clue, 3 points. It should get easier.
Okay.
I think. And we'll have, you guys can all guess, I guess, after the first clue given, which is the most difficult. And if you get it right, like if Anthony got off the first one, he get 5 points.
So you're guessing with each category what they have in common.
There'll be some sort of connection with all of these. And I think this is difficult.
Is there any way to give us an example? Just to know how to start it.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of one of these so
Okay.
far. So this would be worth 5 points. The clue is David. Any guess? I mean, it's impossible to guess what that could be related to.
Bible stories.
Yeah, I was literally just going to say that.
That's fine.
Losers.
Oof.
That's fine. We'll go to
Yeah,
number
'cause I was
4.
gonna
You
go
get 4
David
points
and
for
Glenn.
this. Glenn. So now you're trying to connect David
Oh.
and Glenn.
Oh.
Salespeople.
Common names?
Okay. Anthony?
I feel like they're from a movie that I'm not going to know.
All right. 3. So now we've had David for 5, Glenn for 4. 3 is Mitchell.
Oh, gosh.
Robinsons.
Correct.
Wow. Good.
David Robinson, Glenn Robinson, Mitchell Robinson. We got to 2 was Brooks. Number 1 was Jackie.
Okay.
So-
I would have gotten Jackie, and I would have literally gotten just the 1 point.
So there you go. That's how it goes. But they might be names. They might be different
Yeah.
things. All right. Here's the first one we'll go with. Chris, do you have the music? There we go. For 5 points, remember the Titans.
Denzel movies.
NFL movies.
Yeah, football movies.
For 4 points, murder by numbers.
Oh. I don't know. Is this the same director?
Pass.
Pass.
For 3 points, fracture.
I don't know these
Yeah,
movies.
pass. I don't know.
Okay. Number 2, for 2 points, The Notebook.
Oh, Ryan Gosling movies.
Correct.
Oh, wait.
I was
what
going to say Channing
Fracture?
Tatum.
He was in Fracture
I
with
don't know what that
Anthony
is.
Hopkins. 4 was Murder by Numbers. He was in that. 5, Remember the Titans. Number 1 would have been Project Hail Mary. So there you go. That was a tough one. I thought it would be tough. Chris got 2 points, though. Next up, Love for 5 points.
Quarterback?
Oh, wow.
What?
You got 5 points.
Wow.
Jordan Love. 4 was May. 3 was Ward. 2 was Young. 1 was Mahomes. Holy cow.
It's over.
Kayla just got 5 points.
Let's go.
All right. Was not ready for that. Here we go. 5 points. Green.
Money?
I still can't believe you got that.
Types of bays.
Power forward.
Type base. 4, Brown.
Recycle?
My grass.
Colors.
3, Rose. So we've had green, brown, rose.
Different bowls.
basketball players whose names start with D.
Oh. I don't know.
Derek's.
2. Hurts.
Different Jalen's.
Correct.
Oh.
You guys are there. Jalen Green, Jalen Brown, Jalen
Yep.
Rose, Jalen Hurts, and last one, number 1, would have been Jalen Brunson. Good job. All right, next up. Let's go with Brett.
Michaels. Michaels is.
Packers.
I'll go quarterback.
4 is Matt. So you have 5 Brett, 4 Matt.
Georges.
Wow, Anthony.
Nice.
Famous
Well,
Georges.
you put no.
Brett George, Matt George, Paul George, George Foreman, and then Curious.
Matt George is a famous George.
Hey, we got there. I tried to make it hard. Good job. Hello. Next up, we'll go with Cat at 5.
Stevens is.
Knicks.
Felines.
And number 4 is Carr. Cat for 5 points. 4 is Carr.
Derek's.
David's.
Williams.
Number 3 is Hart.
Josh's.
Kevin's. Did someone say that already?
Jason's.
Number 2 is Rock.
Cats.
Carr, Hart, Rock.
Towns.
The.
And for 1 point, be ready to react. I think you guys will get it here. Seinfeld.
Jerry.
Oh, man.
TV shows?
Cat, Carr, Hart, Rock, Seinfeld.
Comedies.
Comedians.
Sitcoms. Comedians.
Oh, comedians.
Cat Williams, Jimmy
Yeah,
Carr,
yeah.
Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld. All right, that was a tough one. Let's see, where are we going to go here next? All right, let's try this one. Deep Blue Sea.
Samuel L. Jackson movies.
Disney songs.
I had a feeling you knew you'd
Wow.
get that one.
It was Chris.
Oh, we got it?
Yes. Then it was Jackie Brown. Then it was SWAT. Then it was the other guys. Then it was Pulp Fiction. Wow. All right, here we go. Another one. What do these have in common? Number 5, Allen.
Jackson's.
Styles is.
Former baseball players.
Number 4, Cougars.
Oh, Pac-12 teams?
The Allens.
I don't know.
Number 3, Texas.
Yeah,
Texas?
Mm-hmm. Allen, Cougars, Texas for 2 points. Astros.
Houston.
There you go. Allen, Houston, Houston Cougars, Houston, Texas, Houston Astros. Number 1 would have been Houston Texans. Let's see, what do we have left here? This list I made up. Oh, man, this will be a hard one, but I think we'll see how you guys do. I think Chris has the best chance.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Murdoch.
X-Files? Is that those are people from the X-Files, right?
Ranch Wilder for 4 points.
I don't know who these people are.
Number 3, Cotton McKnight.
Monty Python characters.
Number 2. All right, Chris, you ready here? Dick Pepperfield.
Oh, semi-pro. Players in semi-pro.
These are sportscasters on movies.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Cliff Murdoch played, what was this from? A Rookie of the Year. Ranch
That was his
Wilder
name?
was Angels in the Outfield. Cotton McKnight was from Dodgeball.
Okay, and then
Dick
did you
Pepperfield
have...
was semi-pro, and number 1 was Harry Doyle from Major League.
Okay.
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking the Anchorman one guy. The guy, too.
Oh, Champ Kind.
Kind.
Yeah. I think that's my list. I think that's all of them.
That's tough.
That was tough. But how did you get
I don't know.
Green Bay quarterbacks?
I don't
Love,
know.
May, Ward, Young, Mahomes. Well done. I forgot to keep score. I don't know who won. I think you all did.
Yeah. We all did we all had kind of surprising ones.
Yes.
At times.
You didn't like that Matt George was on Famous?
No, I did not.
Well, he's not here today. Brendan is. Kayla is. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great show coming up.
Yeah, you guys have a great weekend as well.
Thank you. You're almost there. You're almost to the end.
Almost there, man.
Yeah.
I got energy drinks, donuts, and hey, we
What
got
else
a
do
show.
you need? You're
Right.
ready to go.
Let's do it.
That's it for us. Carmichael Dave will be back with us on Monday. Have a great weekend. Kayla is next.